You went over here?
It don't matter. I can move. I can move back and forth.
Okay. I didn't know. I was thinking he's staying. Pretty much see the whole field here.
Yeah, I'll be all right. I'll move around where I can see him. I won't step on you.
You can eat that cheeseburger?
Oh, you want it?
Oh, no, it's looking pretty good sitting there.
You can have it. I'll get another one. They got them cheeseburgers. They got are phenomenal. Them bad boys are that thick when they're done cooking.
Is that right? How's the taco, walking tacos?
About half of it's pretty good. East Clinton was ugly last week.
What's that?
Was it ugly last week?
We're at East Clinton. Yeah, they got spanked pretty bad. Brendan Jenkins, first-year quarterback, he has trouble.
Seeing it all.
Yeah, putting it all together in his mind quick enough to make a good decision.
Yeah.
106.9 WZAA LP, Jeffersonville.
And good evening, everyone. We are live from Washington Courthouse. We have the Washington Blue Lions, and they're hosting the Chillicothe Cavaliers tonight on WZAA 106.9 LPFM out of Jeffersonville, Ohio, and CampusNation.com. So tonight we've got both live audio streaming on our station and also on Campus Nation, and we're also going to have our video of the game tonight on the website on Monday evening, so you can tune in for that Monday evening to see the game video in HD in all its glory. Tonight I've got Travis O'Connor, and as far as we've got someone that I don't recognize you, sir. What's your name?
Jim Curtis.
I thought that was Jeff.
Jeff. Well, it was Jeff 2 weeks ago.
Jeff 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago, that's right.
Jim's had some pinched nerve problems, so we were just happy that you've been able to get in here. But they did bring him up by stretcher, and then
I put him on my back going down.
Right. So
I don't believe any of that you hear.
But anyway, that's your color and play-by-play tonight. So I'm going to turn it over to them, and we'll get started with our pregame.
Well, Jimmy, glad to see you back with you again.
Same here, Travis. Good to see you.
You too. I hope he was. Are you really having back troubles?
Oh, it's in my neck. Pinched nerve in my neck.
That's not good.
And it really had me down. I'll tell you what, the pain of that is just unbearable.
Yeah. Well, we're here with Chillicothe and Washington Courthouse. Washington Courthouse with a 4-4 overall, 1-2 in the league, and Chillicothe 6-2, 3-0 in the league. We've got a return back of Dylan Stewart for Washington Courthouse, so it should be a different game because Mr. Burns is a good quarterback, but Mr. Stewart brings a whole different look to the game.
So what are the big differences between the two? Would you say?
Mr. Burns he's starting to get better with his arm and running. But Dylan, he moved back his dad's from here. He moved back from California as a freshman, whereas out there, their high school team looked like a mini college. They had an A team, a B team for varsity, JV freshman all the way down.
No kidding.
And somewhere right there on the edge of California, I don't know what league they played in, but they played a lot of the Division I big schools out there.
Boy, they have some huge stadiums too. They really the fans really put a lot into it out there.
Yeah.
Not saying ours don't, but we have smaller schools than what you're talking maybe 3,000 or 4,000 in a school.
They draw in a lot. My brother just got moved to Reno, Nevada. And the school is huge out there. My niece plays soccer and went out. They had 50 girls go out for varsity soccer.
Oh, my gosh.
So those schools out that way, they take it just as serious, but they've got a lot more to pull from. And there's not many, if you notice out there, he said there's not schools every 25 miles apart. They're 50, 60, 70 where they're pulling for more each way.
Oh, my goodness, that's amazing.
But
then up here you have some of the schools begging to get students to be involved with sports, and it's a struggle at times.
Yeah, I had one today that was talking about a band where I was subbing today, and one of the boys like, our band's not that great, and I said, that's the problem with around here with sports and athletics and extracurriculars. Everybody wants to stand back and say point fingers instead of, I told him, said if you're not going to be part of the solution, then be quiet and don't be part of the problem.
Exactly.
He didn't like that very well. But back here at the courthouse, looks like we got the 5 captains for Chillicothe waiting on. Looks like the courthouse is coming across with 4 of them, getting ready to meet at the 50-yard on the Washington emblem for the coin toss. But we're down to just under 20 minutes till we go.
We want to keep an eye tonight on number 3, the quarterback from Chillicothe. Talking to one of the coaches up here in the box earlier, I asked him if he had one comment to say about the quarterback. Would be that he's the best damn quarterback in the league.
You're talking about number 3 or number 14?
Number 3, Brandon Mogmer.
Yeah, he's out here now. He's number 14, I think.
Oh, I'm sorry, number 14.
Yeah.
I had that wrong.
I thought maybe it was
6'2".
Yeah, Brandon is being recruited by some, he's mainly basketball. Very good at basketball player. But he was being recruited now. He's being recruited by some colleges for football as well as a receiver because he's very fast, phenomenal, reads well, makes good decisions.
He's one of those all-round athletes. Yes. Spring, summer, fall, winter.
Yes, sir.
And that's good they play different sports. You know, today you have select baseball.
Yeah.
You have the basketball that's AAU, kind of select. And football, the Pee Wee football coming up. I mean, it's amazing. Back in our day, we didn't have all that.
No.
In fact, it was actually when I was growing up, it was the beginning of Pee Wee football programs that really took off.
Well, these programs now they have first grade Pee Wee tackle.
Is that right?
Yes, sir. And I know we're here in Washington Courthouse, but that's Clinton Massey's success. What they've had, they have a first grade tackle football, 2 second grade, I think, 1 third, a couple fourth. They have, and they play down in the Cincinnati League.
That's amazing. Out in the country, where they are, and getting all the support from all around.
A lot of people want to down that being the Pee Wee, starting that young. But if your first graders playing against first grade, I mean, it'd be different if they was first graders playing against third or fourth.
So it looks like the Blue Lions are going to take the ball first, and they're going to be receiving on, as we're looking at the field, we're looking from the visiting press box side. They're going to defend the left side of the field, and right now Chillicothe will be defending the right side of the field. I want to remind you, tomorrow we've got college football from Wilmington, Ohio. The Mount Union Purple Raiders, the number 2 in the country, Mount Union Purple Raiders. Really, I think they should be ranked number 1. I haven't seen the number 1 team play, but we're going to certainly see the Mount Union Purple Raiders tomorrow, and they'll be taking on the Wilmington Fighting Quakers. We're going to be on air at 1 o'clock with our pregame. The kickoff is at 1:30, and just for the record, we are going to do the big game at the end of the season. That's on the 14th of November. The Mount Union Purple Raiders will be at John Carroll, and we will be there for that game. So that is going to be one big game on Campus Nation and WCAA. That's November the 4th. So November the 4th, we'll be doing 2 games. We'll be doing the Mount Union Purple Raiders, and we'll be doing the Ohio Northern Polar Bears at the Wilmington Fighting Quakers. So we've got sort of a double header that day.
So everybody will be after the one.
That's right. Well, next week we've got the big game as far as Fayette County. We've got the Washington Blue Lions, and they're going to be at Miami Trace, our backyard, for the fight out for the county championship. And then in Wilmington, once again, another big game. We've got the Massey Falcons, and they'll be into Wilmington to play the Hurricane.
Yes.
And all the marbles are so to speak on the table here, at least for Wilmington, because they have to win out. They got to beat Western Brown tonight, and if they beat Massey, they're in. So
playoffs.
That's going to be the key. They're going to have to, and that's a big undertaking, considering the major injuries they've had and what they're fighting to get back. Get back together.
A lot of big games next weekend, rivalry weekend.
That's right, and we also have our coaches show that we did last night at Damon's, and that is on our site, so you can take a look at that. We've got our coaches there. And we've got another big announcement. We can't announce it right now, but for a new coaches location, a big deal that'll be coming up shortly. Humongous, so to speak, for Campus Nation. I'm glad to hear that. WZAA. So anyway, I'll turn it back over to our broadcast crew.
Well, the Blue Lion Marching Band is taking the field.
Prepping for the national anthem, singing the national anthem, I would say.
I talked to a sophomore trombone player on the Washington Courthouse Blue Lion Band, which is 140 strong, and he said that, it's something that's really enjoyable to him, and just being a sophomore, he's learned a lot, and they do a great job, so
yes, they do.
I like watching them.
Mr. Streitenberger, the band director, he does a great job with them. And they go to a lot of competitions.
Went to Washington, D.C.?
Yes. Yep. And if it hadn't have been for the football game tonight, they'd probably be at Circleville at the Pumpkin Show. Because while I was subbing today, that band left at 9 o'clock this morning for the Pumpkin Show. Pretty good-sized band, pretty good. They sound real well. Cheerleaders within their dance crew or with their pink pom-poms for Breast Cancer Month.
Every move synchronized.
Yes, sir. Couldn't carry a tune in a bucket and couldn't dance a step unless there's extra additives. So I'm very proud of them.
Well, Charlie's the one that is the band aficionado since retiring as a band director for Greenfield McLean.
Outstanding. The Blue Lions in blue, Chillicothe in blue, and I wore red tonight.
Yes,
I guess I'm the oddball out.
Well, you wore your Campus Nation colors.
There you go.
We want to thank our sponsors tonight, the Haunted Hollow, the Final Resting Place, and Potluck Greenhouse. Those three sponsors bringing you tonight's game with Chillicothe and Washington Courthouse.
Looks like the Washington Courthouse band's doing a little tribute or something, or looks like it might be senior night because they
play Trace.
This
they
would
play Trace next.
at Trace. So
night.
this would be senior night for Washington.
Yes, because their last one would be at Trace. That's a lot of seniors. Yes, it is, because there's the senior football players in there too.
I remember senior night. It's kind of a sad night in a way because a lot of these kids will never play football organized football after this point here.
Nope.
Some may have the opportunity to go to college, but majority will be their last game they'll ever play. Well,
at least in Gardner Park.
In Gardner Park, exactly. They still have one in Trace left.
Yeah.
We got a good supporting crowd on the Blue Lion side, and the Cavaliers side they're slowly trickling in. For a nice group, we've got 10 minutes and 44 seconds left until game time.
Kickoff.
All right, and we'll be updating you on tonight's scores from a lot of the games around the area. New Richmond is at Clinton Massey tonight. That's going to be a big game. Of course, as we said, Western Brownlee's at Wilmington, and of course Chillicothe here at Washington. We'll give you the score on the Miamisburg Beaver Creek game tonight, and East Clinton plays Claremont Northeastern, Blanchester at Fayetteville, and Miami Trace is at Hillsborough tonight. And a quick update on scores: the Wilmington's girls varsity soccer, they're going strong in the playoffs in the tournament. They just beat Madison Senior last night 2-1, and the boys are also still in the tournament. So we've got some good tournament action as far as soccer for both boys and girls at Wilmington.
Well, you said Miami Trace is at Hillsborough tonight. See if Hillsborough, because Jackson left Hillsborough with a bad taste in their mouth last week, 28-6.
Well, and Hillsborough's what, 3-0 or?
That was their first loss.
So that was the first league loss.
League
so
loss.
What, maybe 3-1 or?
Yeah.
But Hillsborough's got a strong team this year. So yes,
so
you're right.
They're either going to have it. They're going to snap back at Miami Trace with a bad taste in their mouth because they were. I mean, I've not seen them play this year. Have you got to see them play yet?
No, I rarely follow soccer.
Well,
tell you the
no, I was
truth.
talking to football.
He was talking about Hillsborough football.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I know they beat them 20. I mean, to hear the talk of the town at Hillsborough, they were on the way back, and they got beat 28-6 by a real good Jackson team. So we'll see tonight if they get upset.
Well, it's Jackson and
Greenfield, that won't.
And these Cavaliers that are undefeated in the league, they're both 3-0.
Yeah, if Chillicothe can pull this off tonight, they'll go into Jackson next week. In Jackson,
And
everybody
actually,
4-0.
What I have seen is that Chillicothe is sort of favored to win the league this year.
Yeah.
So
Jackson, the 2 games that I've done, Jackson, they're very strong. And
really strong.
This is my second one with Chillicothe.
Jackson starts out a little slow, but then they come on strong and nobody stops them.
No, they run, like I was telling Jim last time we was there, it's like Nebraska football, man. It's just power. When they played Trace, out of 28 minutes in the second half, they had the ball, 22 of it or something? So it'll be this
a ball control running game, huh?
So if Chillicothe can hold off and Jackson holds off and defeats Greenfield, they'll go into the last game of the season.
Big game, too.
Being a league championship.
Well, once again, I think they probably set it up with the 2 biggest schools probably in the league to play the last game.
Well, and they don't have their own rivals right now.
So now they do.
Chillicothe doesn't have.
And they're really they're the closest to each other, so that makes sense,
so
too.
it actually turns into their rival game, whereas Greenfield will play Hillsborough, Courthouse will play Trace, Wilmington will play Massey.
Well, you know, Massey and East Clinton was always the big county rival. And they used to play the last game of the season.
Yeah.
Now Clinton Massey and Wilmington makes it a little tougher game, a little more competitive, I guess.
Yeah. Well, Chillicothe tonight, though, with Dylan Stewart back, he brings a whole new element. Nothing against Mr. Burns. He just stepped up and took the role for 4 games and did a great job, but Dylan brings just a little bit more sometimes to the thing. So Chillicothe, and plus now he has big 6'5" Burns out as a wideout.
Right. So more experience at quarterback there.
And Chillicothe is not going to have a cakewalk with this. I mean, unless something goes wrong and they jump on them 2 or 3 touchdowns in the first quarter and a half.
Well, if they come into the game thinking they're going to walk all over Washington Courthouse, it might be a really good game. We might see some.
Now, I've listened to Chillicothe and Courthouse both talk on the radio. There's another radio station that has a late-night coaches show, and the coach for Chillicothe and Courthouse coach said that we take no one lightly. Because any given day, both of them, I've heard him say last weekend when I was leaving, when we left, I was listening to him, and it was like, nobody is lightly, and no game is lightly. You take it lightly is when you get spanked.
You know, there was some questions when the SCOL broke up and disbanded that, you know, would these teams sort of be left out flapping? But, you know, I really think that with the realignments of these 2 new leagues, we've actually seen more competitive, better play. You look at the league now, the SBAAC, that Wilmington and East Clinton and Clinton Massey that have joined, and you look at New Richmond and you look at Goshen this year, and then you look at Clinton Massey and you look at Wilmington, and those four big schools are really knocking each other off.
Well, I think when the league broke up, they had it set with that 5 going into their own way. Nobody was going to. Only ones that I felt bad for was going to be flapping was the Clinton County schools. It was like they left them out, but they knew they could go back to the SBAAC. The 5 of them that formed the FAC knew what they were doing.
Yeah, I think the competition, I think, is in a sense better.
Yeah.
But I think that, obviously the travel time, one of the reasons that Jackson wasn't inducted into the SCOL was because Clinton Massey had, 100 plus miles to travel to Jackson.
Right. People don't want to travel that way.
It's not just that they don't want to travel. I mean, think of basketball on Tuesday night or something like it was a nightmare, and it's going to be a nightmare, I can see, just going to some of these schools that are down in Claremont County for the SBAAC. But that said, I think that as far as the travel time in that, we're still going to see travel times for those Clinton County schools that didn't want to go to Jackson. So looking back on that, I don't know. As far as the competition, it was nice having all these teams in our backyard, competing with each other.
What I would have liked to seen, and I know like you said, it's the travel and everything else, but you go football once every other year. I know basketball, you got to go at least one. You split one home, one away.
Right.
But could you imagine watching Wilmington or Clinton Massey playing Jackson, or Wilmington, Clinton Massey playing Chillicothe again? Now that Chillicothe's, that's football, and it would have been greatly progressive. Now, for the Greenfields and the East Clintons and those that are all rebuilding and new coaches in and trying to get kids to come up that don't have the pull that Chillicothe has and the pull that Massey has and the pull that Wilmington has. Those would have been rough for them, but you take licks and you go on. Right. I mean, there's always going to be somebody that's low man of the totem pole or going to be bottom. But like you said, Wilmington and them going into, because Greenfield and all them, when the SCOL broke up back in 90, 92, 93, right, everybody was down in that SBAAC. Greenfield was driving down there to C&E, and Hillsborough and all of them were jumping into that as independents. So...
Yeah, and once again, a lot of it just has to do because schools are always looking to save money, to cut costs. Athletic directors have to make their programs work, and they have to be able to do their funding. And so it's not just where you have to drive. It's the competition as far as filling these seats out here. Yeah, because let's face it, football and basketball drive all the sports for high school.
So it can be a double-edged sword. To tell you the truth. Now, I like it that we got schools that are the same size playing each other instead of a school that's got 1,500 kids playing a school that has 500 kids. I mean, you have the option. You have a lot more options with the bigger schools.
Well, you look at East Clinton now. They are much more competitive once they got into their actual part of the small school division in the SBAAC. Yeah, right. So, I think it's given them some confidence. They've been much more competitive, save last week, but that that team's 8-0. So
it helps on the draw of people too.
Yeah.
I mean,
show up.
If you have an 0-8 team playing, on a given night, and you're not going to draw as many people to the stands. People don't want to see losers.
Well, we've got a good crowd here tonight on both sides. The Cavaliers have traveled well tonight, and of course the Blue Lions are out in force for senior night and this great game. So, and we're going to be getting underway in about 2 minutes. Yeah. So.
When talking about that, Jimmy, real quick before we go get kickoff,
sure.
That's what the FAC, the Frontier Athletic Conference, wanted to do. They wanted to go big school, little school, like the Shack with Leesburgs and White Oaks and Lynchburgs. They wanted to try to come out and do a big school, little school, but they couldn't draw enough. I mean, they wanted to bring in the Uniotas and those, and like East Clinton would play Adena and bring in Adena and try to bring some of them out, but. Right. Like you said, it's poor Greenfield is down at Jackson tonight, and that's a haul. And they're 0-9 going into 0-8 going into the night. So only the true purple and gold faithful will be down there.
Well, as Rick mentioned earlier, the travel really affects a lot of the decisions that go into this.
Well, and they raised now this Frontier Athletic League. It's $5 a person, whether you're 2 years old or whether you're 80 years old. There's no discount. All the sporting events are $5. Yes. They went from it used to be $3 for a senior and a student to it's $5 if you don't have a preset ticket.
Here come the Blue Lions, taking the field through a field of fog.
Fogged out. Right, coming up through the band, the cheerleaders, and dance squad.
They're ready to go.
Yes, they are.
You know, the weather has been absolutely incredible for this time of the year.
Oh, my gosh.
We're up into the mid-70s today, and tonight it's very comfortable. We're in shirt sleeves.
I don't think we've seen rain the whole football season, have we?
Well, it's been negligible, we really, and because we've had, people that have been out on the field doing some camera work. You was one, Jim, and this whole season we've not had any problem with any rain being a factor.
I've only had to put the sweatshirt on a couple times, and that was late in the game.
I'm burning up. I got a long sleeve on. I'm burning up.
Same here.
Well, it's not just that. Even our Saturday games for college, we've not had any problem with the weather. The weather has been great for all our games.
Go ahead.
No, you got
the Cavaliers just took the field, so the action is just about to begin. Officials are at midfield. Blue Lions are lining up to receive, and here comes the Cavaliers on the field for the kickoff. We're glad that you've joined us tonight. WZAA 106.9, CampusNation.com. CampusNation.com. You can catch all the action in past football games as well. So if you didn't catch it tonight, he's working or some other reason you couldn't get here, well, now
check us
you
out.
can get it.
Right, be able to see the HD video because we are recording tonight.
So who do we got back?
Number 3 and number 4.
Ruth and Rice back to receive for Courthouse. Chillicothe does their run up to the ball and then spread out. Actually, all of them run up that time. A little bit of breeze blowed the ball off for the kicker. Who is our kicker, Jimmy? Kaufman. Number 3. Off to kick off. Boom. Nice line drive boot. Going to go to Ruth. He's going about the 2-yard line. Going to bring it. Oh, my goodness. Number 40. Number 40. J.J. Herrick. J.J. Harris for Chillicothe makes tackle. So Courthouse will start off on the 12-yard line. They're going left to right on it with us on the radio dial. So Washington Courthouse offense comes marching out onto the field.
Well, that was a good stick.
Yes, it was. So do we have Dylan Stewart? Yes, Dylan Stewart will be taking the reins for Courthouse. Got trips to the left, single to the right with a single back. Goes with the handoff right up the middle. Number 15, Jacob Rice, Caleb Rice's twin brother, will take the ball, and he'll get about 4 on the play. Take the ball up to about the 16, maybe the 17. Courthouse goes no huddle. Courthouse going no huddle, trying to catch Chillicothe off guard. One in motion. He keeps it. Rice has got it. Going to pick up the first down out to the 24. So nice draw play by Stewart and Rice.
Number 6, Will Roderick on the tackle, and that's the gentleman, the player that the coaches told me to keep an eye on.
Roderick.
So that's one of their standouts on defense, and there he is.
We had his name a lot last week. So the
outside linebacker.
Twins to the left. Stewart's going to keep it. He spins.
Nice spin move.
He's going to get out to about the 32, about a yard shy.
He broke about 3 tackles there.
Nice spin.
Nice moves.
Very athletic young man, strong, quick feet, smart decisions. Got twin trips to the right, single to the left, big burns out here in the middle of the 2. Going to ride it up through. Rice. I think Rice got tripped over one of his own linemen, or he breaks free.
They'll probably give credit for the tackle, number 55.
Yes.
Nick Erson.
They're moving the ball quickly, catching Chillicothe off guard. So Stewart waits to get him set. Got 2 to the right, 2 to the left, single back. He's going to ride it in. Rice right up the middle to the 44 of Washington Courthouse. Picked up about 5 on the play. Who got him, Jim?
Chris Postage.
Chris Hostage.
Postage.
Yeah.
Postage.
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 That's it. I'm sorry. It is. I know the young man. Stewart's going to keep it. He's getting wide.
Oh.
He's got room. He's shifting.
Look at that nice move.
He got caught by the safety. He made it to the 40. About a 15-yard run. Will Roderick made it. There's your Roderick.
Oh, yeah.
Blue Lions looking very impressive this first set of...
with Dillon, they can run the hurry-up offense pretty quick. Plus, if you notice, Jimmy, Chillicothe called timeout. Defense going to get set up here.
They're definitely confused. We're going to take a break here real quick. We'll be right back.
The final resting place, Hunter Junkyard, is located at 988 Polk Road in Sabina, Ohio. Their hours of operation are 8 p.m. till midnight every Friday and Saturday from now until October 28th. Prepare for torment from freaks of nature like Big Boy, Patient 5150, Dr. Nightmare, and Buffalo. New in 2017 is a second attraction, Lights Out. For more information, you can contact the final resting place at 937-728-6190, thefinalrestingplace.com, or their Facebook page.
All right, we're back. Jimmy, watch. Keep an eye on Courthouse's sideline. Coach, this is her second year, and he comes from Grove City, and he's got 3 coaches calling plays over their different armbands, calling it out when they go to switch them up. Rice went in motion. Oh, he's got single coverage to Burns.
Ooh, just a little too deep.
It's a big target out there, 6'5", 260. So we'll be second down from the 42. Courthouse goes right back to the line. Does not wait. Catches a play from the sideline. 34.
We've seen
McCain is
this
over here.
formation
Yes, trips right, single left,
quite a
single
few
back.
times.
Rice, he gives it to Rice. Rice is going to, the ball loose. Chillicothe has it, number 6. Number 6 for Chillicothe on the fumble recovery. Mr. Rice went to make a spin move, and they punched it out.
It's kind of deja vu. I mean, we saw the same thing at Miami Trace last week, where
moving, boom.
And they were really making the moves and really doing well, and then turnover.
Yeah. So Chillicothe will take over on their own 41. Who?
Jason Benson.
Jason Benson with the recovery for Chillicothe. Now these are mirror image offenses, guys. For you that can't see this, they run trips to the left, single to the right, single back. Megmar is going to take it. He's gone. Oh, no. Who caught him from behind? Oh, and he fumbles. Courthouse gets it right back.
Turns it right around.
Courthouse gets it right back. Brandon makes a heck of a break. There's a 35-yard run and caught from behind. I don't know who caught him from behind. But whoever caught him from behind punched it out when he hit the ground and recovered by Courthouse. So they're going to take back over one play into it.
Cavaliers cough it up.
Yeah.
Just a few yards from where they started at the beginning of the game. So
So they're going to be on their 24. Washington Courthouse heading back left to right. Chillicothe's defense back on the field. Thought they were going to catch a break there. Trips right, single left, back to Rice. He gives it to Rice. Rice is out there and running. If he got one, I don't even think he got anything. He might have got a foot.
So Massey's already jumped on New Richmond. They lead 7-0. Wilmington leading Western Brown 7-0 as well.
Thank you, Rick. Courthouse back into that West Coast spread offense that everybody seems to be running this year.
There are so many options with that.
Oh yeah,
that's what's great about it.
Well, and they put him in motion, read it, draw right into Rice with a hole, and he's going to pick up about 5 from the 24 to the 29.
Guess who made the tackle? Will Roderick.
Put that on tape.
Yeah, isn't that part of a movie?
It sounds like it, doesn't it?
Tackled by Will Roderick. So Courthouse back up, trips right, single left. See if they go putting him in motion. Got a back stacked up to protect Stewart here. Trying to catch Chillicothe off guard. Oh, nice draw.
Look at him go.
He's gone. They're not going to catch him.
For number 40 for Chillicothe. He got it. Oh, nice.
Oh, mercy. Then the ref goes down, too. We not only got a player, a good hustle by Chillicothe.
What a run. Looks about the 15-yard line?
About 16. One of the referees was trying to backpedal and keep up, and he fell down himself.
That young man from Chillicothe came from nowhere.
Yeah, he come from our side of the field, clear across to get him.
He was moving.
Faked out to the trips and turned and ran draw to the left. So Stewart goes up to change the play. We still got trips. I'd say we're going to go to Mr. Burns here on a slant. Nope. Lynch catches the ball. Going to be on about the 1 yard line. No, about the...
Ball caught by number 18, Eli Lynch.
Lynch is going to catch it. They're going to be about the 5.
On our other station of Campus Nation, we got a barn burner over there. The Broncos have tied the Hurricane up 7-7 at Alumni Field.
Wow.
Amazing.
It's going to be a shootout tonight.
Yes, it is. Who has it last wins. So, Courthouse have it on the 7. Spread. Rice right up the middle. Chillicothe.
Pushing back.
A host to Chillicothe. He got about 3 out of it. He probably got to the 2 to the 3. He was on the 7.
Right, forward progress.
Where are they going to give it to him at? They're going to give him a first down out of it. So it's going to be first and goal for Washington Courthouse. Says the ball is on the 2. He got 5 out of that play. I would say Stewart's going to fake the Rice here and roll out on his own and call his own number. Stewart calling the play out, waiting on it. Took it.
Yep.
Stewart's going to keep her.
Right in the corner.
He's too quick with 2 yards to go on that slant. You wasn't going to catch him.
You called it, Travis.
Touchdown, Washington Courthouse.
Blanchester leading Fayetteville 7-0 in the first quarter.
So Chillicothe takes a sigh here real quick. Courthouse marches down. What are we? 4.5 minutes. Are we 12-minute quarters? 14.
12 minutes.
12 minutes. So we're 4.5 minutes into it.
Yeah, it's pretty quick.
Courthouse having possession twice. Chillicothe wants 2 turnovers. That's back to kick. It's up. Good. And it's a 7-0 to Washington Courthouse. So, been an interesting 4 minutes and 40-some seconds. 2 possessions Courthouse, 1 possession Chillicothe, 2 fumbles, a 45-yard run by Stewart.
The comments you made earlier looks like it's got some merit to it.
So other than that, it's been kind of a boring game tonight, right?
I would say that if Mr. Stewart would have been the other 4 games, I think it'd been close. This game could have come down to see who's going to go play, who's going to be in first.
Yeah.
Nothing against Jackson, but it could come down to those 3, Chillicothe, Courthouse, and there.
Yummy, giant soft dough yeast pretzel dippers.
Yes, sir.
Well, so far what I've seen, Washington Courthouse is really, they've had possession of the clock for the...
You was here with me when we did Courthouse in Jackson, wasn't you?
Right.
So nothing against Mr. Burns. He's a nice whiteout, but you can see the difference that Dylan brings to the table. Mr. Stewart or Mr. Burns could run. He could throw the ball. He was getting better.
Right. But that wasn't his normal position.
No.
He put somebody in there.
He stepped in there to fill in.
And he did a great job for filling in.
Yes, he did. I'm waiting for one of these guys when they run up to the ball, kick it, and it just roll about 2 inches, and somebody else get it.
But to be a quarterback, 90% mental.
Oh, yes, it is.
I mean,
it's nice to be athletic, but you got 10 other people to account. You've actually got 21 other people. You got your 10 and 11 against you.
Yeah.
That you got to figure out.
Make adjustments in a split second.
It's booted away. Number 14 picks it up to 20. He's looking for room to go. He gets tackled by number 4, Coates for Chillicothe. Kristen Ewell makes the tackle for Courthouse. Chillicothe will take over on their own 40. He caught the ball on his 20, moved out 20 yards.
Massey's still feeling that bad taste in their mouth from getting beat by Goshen. They're up on New Richmond now, 14-0.
That could be an ugly one, too.
I figured they'd come out on fire.
Yeah. Long was going to keep it. Oh, he got caught right at the line. They're going to give him about a foot progress. Who was there?
Big tackle by Tristan Ewell.
Tristan Ewell making the tackle for Courthouse. He caught him right at the line and spun him. So
That went absolutely nowhere.
trips to the right, single to the left. Seen this formation before. Single back with Brandon. Number 40 in motion. He's going to fake the draw, call his own number. Courthouse is fired up, Jimmy.
Well, they are.
Number 9, Jalen Pettiford.
So he
And rightfully so. This is a big game for them.
Oh, yeah. Well, they can
knock off Chillicothe.
They can knock
Big
off
score.
Chillicothe. Then next weekend goes in. The best Chillicothe could do at Jackson would be a tie.
Exactly.
Right, so they get some roses.
Yeah.
You're listening to WZAA 106.9 LPFM in Jeffersonville, Ohio, and CampusNation.com, the sports animal, your home for high school and college sports.
He's going to give it to him this time. Oh, he gets around the outside. He's going to be, he's coming back. Ouch. Oh, my goodness.
That was J.J. Harris on the carry.
J.J. Harris by a host of Courthouse defenders. He tried to spin back, and just as he spun back to come back our way, somebody just said, no. So
He got out there quick, too.
yes, he did.
I mean, you had a lot of Lions on that
4th and 6.
tackle.
Chillicothe to punt. Who do we got back? Is that Ruth? Is he coming up for the trick play?
Well, they told me Jacob Kaufman, number 3, would be their kicker, but I haven't seen him yet.
Nice kick. It's going to get down to about the 20-yard line of Courthouse. J.J. Harris makes the kick. He must have an arm because they were kind of nervous, maybe throwing some kind of trickery in there. So, Jimmy, Rick, Courthouse will take back over on their own 18. That last series, I didn't keep track how many plays, where we have 6-7 plays in the score, and they went from the 22 all the way down. It went 58, 60.
Well, I mean, look, they were driving the first
Right,
time, and then they had the turnover, and then getting the ball back again scores. So Washington Courthouse is here to play.
Yes, they are. So they're almost where they started. Well, they're about 4 yards shy where they started the last drive. Still in that spread. Chillicothe trying to move the defensive line around to throw Stewart off key. He's rolling. He's found something on that right side.
Nice move. Nice break. Here we go. He gets the races again. Number 230.
He's going to cut it back.
Cuts it to 20. Look at that.
18-yard line. That boy can run.
What a run.
Yeah, there were some jukes there, and there's a pair of shoes, I think, that's left back there from one of the defenders.
Oh, my
64-yard run. Like I said, if these other teams that didn't have to face Dillon, nothing against Mr. Burns. He did a great job filling in and improved every week. But I think Courthouse comes into this undefeated, waiting to play Chillicothe like the other two are.
Well, that kid's amazing.
Yeah. So it's on the 18 of Chillicothe. Courthouse has got him spread left to the wide side, single to the right with Ruth. He's looking for Ruth. Caught Ruth on a timing route. Oh, and he just misses it. Just misses it. Caught Ruth on a timing route, pump fake left, and gave Ruth time to run by the corner there.
The Blue Lions have the Cavaliers back on their heels. I'll tell you, they're sort of in shock. They've been shocked.
Yep. Well, like I said, they come into this, the coach mentioned, we can't take him lightly, especially with him back. He brings a whole lot more options.
They've listened to the coach, and they're
Rice has the ball. Oh, and he's still going to get 2 yards out of it. He's going to move up. It's going to be third and 7, third and maybe 8. Ball will be on the 15 of Chillicothe. 3rd and 8, ball on the 15.
And about 4 Cavaliers on that stop.
Yes, there was. We're going timing route. Mr. Rice coming here to run into goalposts. See what he does. He's going to run out there. He's looking. He's got left. Oh! He's going to get the first down.
It's number 18.
Looks like the Falcons of Clinton Massey have added 2 more points, so
Safety.
they're not letting New Richmond off easy tonight.
Nipping away at him.
Lynch makes the catch, and he's about the 4-yard line. So this offense spread clear out, and as quick as Rice is and quick as Stewart is, it makes it very hard to cover up that middle.
They are just absolutely awesome moving the ball on the Cavaliers.
Yeah.
I mean, they have it. It seems like they can't stop them. The Cavaliers can't stop it.
Rice bounces off of it. Wait for the signal. He got in. Far line judge got him in. So Rice. Stewart rides the pony all the way in and leaves it with him instead of pulling it out. And Rice runs right on in, 4-yard run. So that'll put Washington Cordes up at 13. And we've still got 4 minutes to go, Jim. We're not even 8 minutes into it yet. It's up, almost gets it, and it's good.
Here it is.
No, fell short. Somebody tipped it. Somebody tipped it and fell short. So,
13-0.
mark that down, Rick. That could be the point right there.
Yes, it could.
If Chillicothe gets on the road, that could be the turning point, missing that extra point right there.
But Manchester, they're up over Fayetteville 13-0 as well, so they must have had an extra point that went awry.
Not bad. But
I'm kind of astounded, to tell you the truth. I didn't think, I thought it would be opposite. We'd see an opposite score here. I thought Chillicothe would be dominant, and so far, it's been completely the opposite.
I think the coach's staff said they weren't taking Courthouse lightly, but it looks like a couple of the kids are maybe taking it just a little bit lightly. But then again, don't take none away from Courthouse. They could be fired up saying, hey, you're going to respect us.
Right. And the second half changes the game a lot of the time when they come in the second half.
All we've heard is Chillicothe courthouses could be saying and say, we're going to show you're going to respect us.
Right.
We've got just as good one over here. So number 20 will be kicking off for Courthouse. Jordan Bim. He used to play soccer, so he's got a decent foot. Oh, he squib kicks. No return, but Chillicothe will take the ball on their 35. That's just about as good. Now we'll see if Coach for Chillicothe changes it up here, Jim. See if he starts throwing some more, because Brandon has a nice arm. And he's pretty quick like Dylan. We got two quarterbacks. This is a pretty good quarterback matchup.
Certainly feel bad for New Richmond. They're down 23-0 to
Wilmington.
To the Falcons. Still in the first quarter. Still in the first quarter.
Falcons going to use them as a punching bag. He's got him up.
Oh, he's going to the air.
If he gets outside, he's just as quick. He gets a block. He got out of bounds.
Missed 2 tackles.
Yeah. That's
for a broken play. That's great yardage.
And he's going to be he's going to be a foot short. So it's going to be second and maybe a yard. So he did drop back for the pass. Courthouse secondary had it covered well. So there was nowhere to go. So 11-1-7 is our backfield for Courthouse. Garrett Leisure, Zane Nelson, and George Reno. So they're the secondary. Chillicothe going to the short side.
Mogmer keeps it.
Oh my goodness. Who is that?
That was sniffed out.
Is that Rice? Yule picks him up and just slams him.
Yep, Blue Lions right on top of that.
Well,
Rice was in there too.
Rice was running away with the tie. He's going to be about a foot short. Now, here's the thing to do. I see different between Courthouse and Chillicothe. They've got 3 coaches calling the play, whereas Chillicothe's got 1, and if Courthouse is up on the box reading it, so he's going to give it to him. He got the first down. Gang of Courthouse to make the tackle. Who was that back?
Connor Mathis on the carry.
Mathis on the carry. He's going to pick up 2.5, maybe 3.
Mathis is a 5'10", 186-pound senior for the Cavaliers.
So we are at the 3:11 mark in the first quarter, 13-0.
Wilmington Hurricane, they go up 14-7 over the Brown Broncos.
So the ball is on Chillicothe's own 47. Courthouse got 5 up in the box. They're back to read it. Out here, a little bubble screen. He's got to read. He gets slips a tackle. Saved by number 5. Number 7, Nelson had a shot at him, but he gets it. Colton Jackson makes a touchdown saving shove out of bounds there.
Just slipped by him.
Nice little bubble screen. So Chillicothe looks like we're going to spread you out, Courthouse. If you're going to gang up in the box where we're running, we're going to spread you out a little bit. So Twins left, Twins right, single back. He's going to read it. Mathis keeps it, and he's going to pick up probably 2.
Well, they're moving the ball good.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of offense.
Yes.
A lot of offense, not so much defense this game for either teams.
No, sir. Well, Courthouse's defensive line's doing pretty well. But no, the other ones are slipping on us.
Right. A lot of missed tackles.
Yes.
You can't have that, like this last play.
Yeah. Somebody misread it.
7 for Courthouse should have had him right there at the 40, and they got 20 more yards out of it from missed tackle.
Ooh. He's gonna read it.
Look at him move. What a ball. Got out of that grade. Look at this.
Falls down. Nice play by Brandon to escape all that with a little forward shovel. All that for a pickup of a yard.
Number 2, Connor Mathis. Received that pass and just slipped up.
All that scrambling for a yard. But it's better what he had. He was 15-yard loss if they get him back there.
Exactly.
So we're 3rd and 9.
Thinking.
3rd and 7, they're telling me on the board, but it looks to me like it's more like 3rd and 8. So that's some big meat in that defensive line right there, Jim.
Boy, I'm telling you.
I bet they don't lose out on cheeseburgers when they send them over the concession stand.
You're looking about 1,000 pounds altogether right there, maybe more.
They went to go. Ooh.
Big Courthouse, 99.
Courthouse didn't buy on that one. They sent Mathis in motion trying to do a wildcat and didn't get it. So, does Chillicothe go for it, being down here on the 23 of Courthouse, or are they going to put it away and put 3 on the board?
I'd say they're probably going to go for it.
He's going for it.
That big number 99 for Courthouse is Marcel Garrett. He's 6'3", 305 pounds.
Well, there's some meat there. I'm not feeding the team on that one.
A senior.
So Brandon's going to roll out, looking for single coverage.
Nobody open.
Nobody move. Cut back. Could be. He's gone. Blocking the back.
There's no call.
They didn't call it. Ooh,
flag.
And that's that new front crackback rule. That keep cracking without him looking. That should have been a flag, but nice run by Brandon. Rolls to the right, nothing there. Secondary Courthouse did a great job. Boom, he cuts back across and gone.
Do you think they didn't call that because Courthouse was moving towards the center of the field and the play was on the outside?
It's a safety rule. If he's turned and he don't see me hit him in the front, it's a penalty. Unless he got his hands up. If I extend my hands out to hit you, it's no penalty.
Right. But he's completely turned around. That looked like a penalty there.
Chillicothe got one there, comes back. Now, here it goes, Rick. That 1 point on the missed kickoff is a missed extra point. Could it come down to that? Does Chillicothe have momentum going to?
Well, a lot of it's going to depend on whether the Blue Lions can now be up to the task of putting more points
Putting it back on the board. Right.
So far, we haven't seen him have too much trouble with that.
No.
Well, there certainly seems to be some offense across both Fayette and Clinton counties tonight.
There's a lot of points being put on the board.
That's right.
Did Wilmington lose last week or they win?
Wilmington won last week.
They did?
Right.
Like I said, I
They
would
played Goshen, right? Is that last week
No,
Goshen?
that was the week before.
week before.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they got trounced by Goshen, 52-14.
Well,
Or 17.
I wouldn't want, with Massey losing last week and Hillsborough losing, I wouldn't want to be Trace or
No, because obviously 23-0 over New Richmond. New Richmond is feeling the wrath, and New Richmond has a good team.
Yes, they do. I'll tell you, for the games that I've been able to do this year, I've seen some really good football. a lot of talent
Yes, sir.
out there on the field.
And Mr. Brandon for Chillicothe is a senior, whereas Dylan is a junior. So number 3 back to kick off for Chillicothe. He's going.
Oh, nice return.
Here we have Eli Ruth with the kickoff return for Chillicothe Courthouse. Picked up about the 17 and took it out to the 22. 32. So,
Number 9, Zach Coates, is doing the kicking.
Is it Coates? I thought it was number 3.
Well, that's what some of the coaches told me, that number 3 would be the kicker.
Yeah.
And his name wasn't on the roster, but haven't seen him so far.
So right now, Mr. Stewart has number 1, George Reno, out there all by himself in single coverage, trips to the right. See if he's going to put one in motion. So, back, looking for single cover. He caught it. There you go. Got a zigzag move.
Oh! A couple yards in front of him.
Yeah. Nice route. Nice route.
I'm sorry, number 18, Eli Lynch.
Lynch was out there. I had it wrong. I seen the one on him turn sideways. Lynch for Washington Courthouse. Ran a nice zigzag route, but just ran out of gas. Stewart led him well.
Blue line right with him.
Okay. Stewart's seen some, and now he's going to bring the big man to the left. Trips left. Burns in the middle of the trips. Single out here. Oh, he's going to draw to Ruth. So we're going to have 3rd down and 6.
And that'll probably be about it. That is it for the first quarter.
Wow, what a first quarter. 13-7.
All right, we'll take a short break here, and we will be back shortly.
Live brings the King County Fields alive every Friday and Saturday night now through October 28th. Experience the fire-breathing sounds on the board the sawdust school buses for a haunted ride you'll never forget. Terror in the Court, Slaughter Hotel, and the all-new Evil Asylum will chill you to the bone. Wilmington Haunted Hollow Ride, 1261 West Dalton. For more information and directions, go WilmingtonHauntedHollowRide.com.
And once again, just an update. Wilmington 21, Western Brown 7, Clinton Massey 30, New Richmond nothing.
Ouch. Running clock in the second quarter.
It looks like it. Blanchester still over Fayetteville 13-0.
Appreciate you digging up those scores, Rick.
Yeah.
Well, inquiring minds want to know, right?
You got us? Hello?
Can you hear it?
I can hear you, but I can't hear myself.
Can't hear yourself?
Right.
You hear me?
Can you hear it? No?
I can't hear Jimmy either.
Try that.
Hello?
That sound better?
Oh, number 2. Big run.
Ball is carried by quarterback Dylan
Stewart.
Stewart.
I'm lost,
Up
Rick.
midfield.
I got Jimmy,
Pushed out of bounds by number 24.
but I've lost me. Can you hear me?
You can't hear yourself?
No. Hold on. There it comes. Maybe it's coming around.
Well, okay.
It's
I
a
can-
lot quieter
I can
than
hear
what
you
it
now.
was.
A lot better.
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, Courthouse on the 50-yard line. Stewart going to go hand off to Rice. Rice going to move about 5 yards with the ball. Am I moving? Yep, I see me moving when I'm going there.
By Jacob Wright.
So Rice is being the workhorse for the backside of Courthouse behind Stewart. So they're going to go twins left, twins right, single back. Courthouse line's giving Stewart and Rice a whole lot of spots.
Opening up holes for him. 5-yard run every time. I'd run the ball. I'd keep running.
He's going again.
There he goes. Look at that run. Nice.
He's going to pick up a first down, about an 11-yard run. Him and his twin brother track stars, too.
Well, I can see that for sure.
Run the 880 relay. So, Courthouse will we have a penalty. There's a hold on the Blue Lions. So that
I
will
didn't see it.
knock out that 11-yard run by Rice and take it back 15. No, take it back 10. So it is going to be second down and 19.
From the 42-yard line.
Yep. Well, he says 18, I say 18. Potato.
Yeah, right. he's in at the same distance you are
yes,
looking
sir.
at it.
So, going to little bubble screen to Big Burns. He gets out there. Ooh. That young man he just hit laying down there got a popping. Number 40. Is that Mr. Mathis?
Yeah.
Ball was caught by Richard Burns.
Richard Burns on it.
Harris makes the tackle, but after Mr. Burns lowers head and shoulder and puts a smack, he picks up 4 of it. So it's 3rd and 15. Let's see what kind of arm Mr. Stewart's got here now. Is he going to catch somebody on a read?
Over the middle. We've got 18 open. He can't see him.
He's going to call his own number.
Oh, there he is. Oh, no.
Picked off. Almost picked off. Meant for Ruth. Eli Ruth was the receiver intended for.
Richard Burns was wide open on the left side of the field at about the 15-yard line. And he just didn't pick him up.
No, lost sight of him. So we got 4th and 15 with number 3, Eli Ruth back looking like he's to punt. Ooh. Almost a penalty. Courthouse tried to.
Boy, but he got some good yardage out of that.
Yeah. Courthouse number 7 tried to
punt.
Number 7, Zane Nelson, tried to act like he got blocked into Mr. Ruth there to pick up a roughing the kicker penalty, but it didn't go.
That ball was only about 8 foot off the ground the entire way till it hit the grass, and then got that big roll for Chillicothe.
So
for the Blue Lions.
Chillicothe going to take over on their own 15. So we'll see if they march down, tie it up, or take the lead, or what they can do here. Now the rush that Courthouse defense has been putting on them, he don't have room to drop back very far. He's going to keep it himself to the outside. He's reading him around. He's waiting on the block. Missed block.
There we go.
They're going to catch him. Lynch is going to. Nelson's going to. Nice stutter step. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. What now? We got. Courthouse got a little ticked off because he got showed up.
That was a super run.
Yeah,
really.
Caleb Rice comes out of nowhere to tackle, but Mr. Brandon, the quarterback, made about 5 Courthouse Blue Lions look silly.
That's right. And
he broke them down.
It's going to be probably halfway.
Yeah, it's going to be half the distance because the Courthouse Lions did not like that very well. They all 4 players got made look silly.
And once again, here's where we see that 1-point differential.
That's why I said it's going to come down to this right here.
Right.
So the unsportsman on Courthouse will take the ball down to the 10-yard line. So it will be 1st and goal, Chillicothe.
Personal foul against Washington.
I mean, the moves he was making, you can be a phenomenal football player, and he was breaking ankles on the turf instead of the court. He's got trips over here, single coverage. Oh, nice stick.
He's hit right now. Chopping number 45.
That was not a blow. Chillicothe fans are going nuts. Jeremy Sluter makes a nice step up and hit him.
Yeah, that was
Chillicothe fans were going nuts. They thought it was rough. That was a textbook tackle. Stuck the helmet in the chest,
right.
Kept chopping, and drove him.
37-0, Massey Falcons over New Richmond's Lions.
So it'll be 2nd and 10. He got right back to the line of scrimmage where Mr. Sluter hit him. Got trips to the shorts. Oh, trips to the right, single back. He's going to read it. Got a pitch. He's got the pylon. Here we go, Rick. Is that extra point going to mean something? That extra point could mean loss for Courthouse. It's going to come down to that 1 point, I'm thinking. That tipped extra point could be crucial for Courthouse.
Mogmer with the pitch to Roderick.
Roderick, there's your name. What you said, the coach said, one of the other personalities said to keep an eye on Roderick.
Watch him on the defensive side.
On the
So look at him on the
now he
offensive
stepped
side.
up and read the pylon well. So Chillicothe, if they make it here, will go up 14-13. So that puts them up.
Derek Lewis on the kick.
14-13 Chillicothe we're only just right at almost 3 minutes into the second quarter.
And there's that point.
If Chillicothe can hold on, they should just cancel the first half next week and play 2 quarters. Because it looks like Chillicothe and Jackson are starting out the same way.
Well, it does.
Both of them start out rough and then snap back. So we just cancel the first quarter if it goes Jackson Chillicothe next week. But Courthouse is not out of it. They got to get their momentum back.
Right, and they can always go for 2 points.
Yeah.
See if they can.
Now, here's my only downfall. If I'm afraid Mr. Stewart may just try to take this into his own hands, but he's got the feet to do it and the quickness.
Well, we're definitely seeing some great running on both sides of the ball.
Is there any scouts in the audience?
I'll bet there are.
Hey, D1, D2.
I would say they probably
Small
are.
D1, D2, you're missing something. Should have been here for this one.
I wouldn't doubt it about
There's somebody here.
If there's somebody here watching these boys.
But like I said, I know Brandon's being recruited for football and basketball. Dylan is too.
Look at this.
Oh! Chillicothe got it back.
Well, they did. They got it.
Wow.
They caught the Blue Lions.
Sleeping.
Footed and
sleeping.
They recover the ball. And
ouch.
They're back in business just over the 50-yard line.
Yes, sir. And I guess that must be your run up and act like you're going to kick it and everybody spread out.
They were all together right there in the line.
Okay, Zebras are talking at midfield here.
Did it go 10 yards?
That's what they're checking.
What was kickoff from? The 35, wasn't it?
It went to the 50-yard line before it was recovered.
So it could be Courthouse or Chillicothe.
I guess it's a matter of who touches it.
It was just
and wins.
Oh, we got Courthouse players fighting amongst each other.
Well, I think one of them was saying, hey, stay away from the ref.
45 and 21.
So Chillicothe does have the ball.
Elijah Shaw was up trying to say something to the refs, and number 45, Jeremy Sluter, told him to get out of here and keep your mouth shut. We're having our own problems right now. We got to get this bounce back. So, not looking good for Courthouse, fighting amongst themselves. Chillicothe has the ball on the Courthouse 49-yard line.
And they're going to get tired quickly.
He's in motion. Uh-oh. Brandon keeps it himself, slips through. We got a holding. It's coming back. Look like a holding. So
gained about 10, but that's going to
it's going to be
nullified. He's going to move it
He's
back.
going to lose 10. So we had a hold on the left side of somebody on the left tackle. So instead of being at the 49, he's going to be back to the 44 of his own, Chillicothe's side. So called his own number there, Mr. Brandon did. Put him in motion. Let's see what he does here. No safety to this side of the field. If these receivers could get out there and get routes run. Across the middle. Oh, we had him.
Come right out of his hands.
Hit going to Harris, and Harris missed it.
Blanchester over Fayetteville 28-6. East Clinton over Claremont Northeastern 10-7.
Ooh.
Still no score reported from Miami Trace and Hillsborough.
Let me see if I can get my phone going. I'll find out here in a minute. So
Mogmer looks like he's a little winded for the Cavaliers. Of course, he's run the ball several times.
2nd and 19 for Chillicothe. Ball on their 44. Courthouse back with 2 safeties. Trying to read the ball. Nice little dump screen. He got a clean ball. They was looking for a play. Late hit again.
Oh, there we go. That was Mathis on the carry.
Yes. They were looking for the penalty back here, but they got away with it, and it's going to be against Courthouse. Courthouse is shooting themselves in the foot, Jim.
Boy, I'm telling you.
They're 13-14, down 1 to a very good Chillicothe, and now they're fighting amongst themselves.
They've got to maintain their composure.
They got to keep it going, or Chillicothe is just going to capitalize on
Another
it.
personal foul.
So that was on number 11, I think. Number 11, Garrett Leisure for Courthouse with the personal foul. Chillicothe getting wound up on our side of the stadium. Brandon's going to keep it. He's got out the little screen. Nice open field tackle. Number 7. Is that Mr. Lynch? Harris makes the catch. Tackled by Zane Nelson. Good open field tackle.
That was real nice.
Nice open field tackle.
He tried to juke him, and Nelson didn't fall for it.
No, he didn't.
That was a classic hit right there.
Yes, it was.
That's the way you're taught to do it.
Yes, sir.
Keep those feet moving.
Yep, keep him chopping, keep him going. He got sacked. Who got him?
30.
Number 30.
Mogmer.
Trenton Heneyes. Trenton Heneyes make the tackle.
Got a running clock there with the Massey Falcons. 44-0 still in the second quarter against the New Richmond Lions. They're not getting a break anywhere. They're in Massey land.
Third down and 21 for the Cavaliers with 7 minutes and 30 seconds left.
He had that long down a little bit ago and went to throw and come out of it.
We got Trips right.
Trips right. Sorry about that. Trying to find the Trace Hillsborough score. Trips
That's
right.
all right, buddy.
He's got a draw play. Oh, he's going to be caught from behind. Nice open field tackle by Stewart. Stewart makes a tackle. Quarterback for Courthouse makes the tackle on Brandon from Chillicothe.
Ball's on the 35-yard line.
So it's going to be 4th and 17, 18, 18.
Number 40, J.J. Harris to punt.
Harris back to punt. Courthouse is, because if it goes to the end zone, there's no running it back out anyways. So see if he can pooch it to a corner and let it roll. Courthouse is, yep, he goes for the corner.
On the right
He's
side.
going to get it.
Nice.
Going to go
That's
out
about
of
the 10-yard line.
Yep.
That was a good punt.
In
Go
our
out
game
to 7.
at Alumni Field, the Wilmington Hurricane lead the Western Brown Broncos 28-7 in the second quarter.
Bazaar scheduled for November 4th, 2017 has been canceled. We apologize for any
And if I'm not incorrect, I think Mogmer was the one that kicked that.
Who?
Mogmer, the quarterback.
No, it was number Harris.
Was it Harris?
Yeah, Harris kicked it. Was he 40 or?
J.J. Harris.
Yeah.
I stand corrected.
So Courthouse will have the ball on their own 8-yard line with 6.5 to go in the second quarter.
I'm blocking your view.
No, you're fine. I'm right on it.
Okay.
Stewart's going to. Nice run. He picks up probably 6, but nice open field tackle. Caught him right at the thigh and took the legs out. He's getting up gingerly.
up by number 6, Jason Benson.
Jason Benson for Chillicothe makes the tackle. So Courthouse back to the no huddle. Stewart back there, single back, trips right, one to the left, short side. He's going to give it to Rice. Fumble, ball comes loose. Looks like he rolled back over on it.
Cavaliers are pointing.
Nah, I think Mr. Rice rolled right back over on it.
Get it?
Yeah. So it's going to be 3rd and probably 2.
Recovered his own fumble.
Yeah, 3rd and a long 1.5 minute, long 2. So Courthouse has got to have this first down. They got to get this another set of downs here. So Rice is back there. Stewart 3 to the right, 1 to the left. He's keeping it.
Keeper up.
He's out here to the side.
Go. And there he goes, number 2 to the races. And he
brought the ball out.
What a run and ends. Oh boy,
Perfect run, but one too many jukes out of it. And he held that ball out there like a door prize.
I actually thought he stepped out of bounds back there, but no one called it.
When he went to make that crossover, Jimmy brought that ball away from his side, and Chillicothe reaches out and smacks it down. He made a good cutback, but he brought the ball away from his side and stuck it out there.
Yep.
Stuck it out there perfect for Chillicothe to smack it. Nice run. That was a 60-yard run.
Exactly, and it's
all to be negated by a fumble.
He feels terrible. I know he does.
Perfect cutback by Stewart, but just kept the ball out away from his body, opened it up for Chillicothe to smack it.
Well, he should have transferred it from his right hand to his left.
Yeah.
Going down the left side of the field.
Well, he was in his left, but when he made that cut back to the middle, he went to the right hand and stuck it out here.
So he did the right thing.
Yeah, he did. He was switching. He just didn't get it pulled back in.
Right. Mogmer pass.
Oh, he's going to pick up 9. Tackled by number 5 of Courthouse.
Zach Coates on the carry.
Coates tackled by Colton Jackson of Courthouse. Picks up 8. I thought he got 9. They moved him back a yard, so it's 8. So, Chillicothe trips left, single to the right, single back. Brandon back. He's going to ride him. He's going to keep it open.
Oh, caught him from behind, but jeez, he got another
Picks up 17.
17 yards.
Yep. So, both quarterbacks are riding that draw, riding that horse through the middle and pulling it at the right time. Just for poor Stewart, he had no luck with that run.
Both are reading the defense really well. Really well. Both
could be small D or D2, small D1, big D2 quarterbacks.
Well, that's all we're seeing tonight is
quarterback.
The quarterback.
Well, we saw Mr. Rice in the beginning. They were riding him, and now it's back to the quarterbacks. Timeout.
Oh, we got a flag.
What happened?
So we have a motion.
On the line.
Didn't have enough on the line. They moved one away from the line.
Beaver Creek over Miamisburg 7-0, so it was a delay.
Yeah. See, they don't have the time, whereas out Miami Trace, they got the game clock, or they got the...
Yeah, Trace has got game clocks, and there are very few stadiums as far as that I've seen, like they don't have them at Wilmington. It surprises me. They need to
Exactly.
Well, it won't be long and they're going to have them because, like right there, if that referee wasn't behind him counting down, he don't know exactly what it is.
Exactly.
So he goes from 1st and 10 to 1st and 15, just inside his own. Is he reading the pitch? He's got the outside. He shook him. Oh, number 9, Jalen Pettiford misses the initial tackle.
Mathis, good moves.
And number 7, Zane Nelson makes the tackle for Courthouse. Mathis made a heck of a run. There was 1st and 15, and he picks up probably 18 himself. Ball on the 32 of Courthouse. Chillicothe slowly moving it. Okay. So Chillicothe's actually giving an initial play from the sideline and running a rabbit in to tell whether they're telling another one or trying to throw Courthouse. Seems to be throwing Courthouse off a little bit, whereas before they were reading the play. He's going to keep it himself. Seen a hole.
Look at that hole.
Boom. Oh, nice open field.
Nice
that young man, number 11.
He ran right over him, but he made the stop.
Garrett Leisure made the stop, but it was like, oh my goodness, what just hit me? It looked like a freight train.
He hit him up high.
I done hit the high bumper on the bumper car.
I've felt that before. That is not fun.
No, it's not. He caught it from the chest up through the chin. nice stop. It just happened to be one of them. Here, let me give you a big hug and come on down with me.
I don't know if you remember a player from Greenview by the name of Roland James.
Yes.
He ended up going to the
Patriots.
New England Patriots.
Yep. I remember Roland.
I was a defensive back, and he did that to me. I was a freshman, and he just rolled right over me, but I made the tackle.
Yeah.
And he ran about 10 more. He tripped up and went about 10 more yards after I hit him. But I jumped up, and I thought I was it the rest of the game.
Okay, we've got a timeout here. Want to tell you about Potluck Greenhouse. They have their first annual Amazing Fall Festival. It's taking place on the weekends from September the 30th through November the 5th. Potluck is located at 6555 West State Route 73, just off I-71 near Wilmington. They offer a 5-acre corn maze, hayride, pumpkin patch, bouncy house, food vendors, local honey and mums. Hours of family fun, entertainment await all at the Potluck Greenhouse. Come pick your own pumpkins, enjoy some apple cider, and a relaxing afternoon at Potluck Greenhouse. For more info, contact 937-382-8312 or potluckgreenhouse.com.
Jackson. We got a green score of the Greenfield-Jackson game. Jackson 21-0.
Well, that's not bad considering who they're playing.
Get this one. Miami Trace 20, Hillsborough 20.
No. That one's going down to the wire.
Yes.
Here goes Mogmer.
He's gone. Nice block. Oh,
stop
caught
it
him
for
from number
5-21.
Was it 21 or 23?
Tackled by Garrett Leader and
Garrett Leisure, maybe.
16 on the play.
Number 11, Garrett Leisure.
So it's first and goal with about 5 yards to go.
So, first and 5, 2.5. This would be a big score if Chillicothe can take this up.
He's not going to make that.
He's going to pick up about a yard. So, what are we going to be? Second.
By J.J. Harris.
Harris makes it.
Ran into a pride of Lions.
Got a bunch of Lions.
Got another timeout. You're listening to WZAA 106.9 LPFM out of Jeffersonville, Ohio. And, of course, you're on CampusNation.com, the sports animal, your home for high school and college sports. We are here in Washington Courthouse. The Blue Lions hosting the Chillicothe Cavaliers, who are now leading 14-13, but they're knocking on the door 5 yards away from another score.
Yeah, we got 2 minutes and 15 seconds left to go here. So, if Chillicothe can punch this in and come back and play some strong D, hold Courthouse off, it'd be a nice way to go into the half. Courthouse has got to try to get some more points back on the board if Chillicothe score, even if it's 3.
Well, both defensive coordinators are going to have a tough job trying to adjust to both offenses. So
yeah,
I'm sure the defensive squads will hear everything in the locker room at halftime that they need to fix.
So Chillicothe runs twins to the short side, twins to the wide side, single back. Mathis back here. Brandon's going to try. Oh,
keeps it, runs. Oh, he's still moving. Look at that.
Chillicothe pushes him forward. He's going to get down to about the 3, so it's going to be 3rd and 3.
Good second effort.
Yes, nice little push there by his teammates. Are they not going to give him any
timeout?
No, they're not changing it on the board.
2 minutes and 6 seconds left.
Because he's 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2.5, and they're still saying he's 3rd and 5. Somebody keeping the clock must have a family member on the team. They've got clear into the moment. Seen that
that's the
before.
3-yard line.
Huh?
I can see it from here.
That's what I was going to say. There it is. Now they've changed it. They heard me say it. Hey, I'm sorry whoever I said that to, but 3rd and 2.
Must be listening to the broadcast.
That's good, though, for us, right?
That's right.
Everybody is.
Should be. We are the answer here to everybody's problems. If they want to really know and be on the cutting edge,
right,
they listen to Campus Nation and WZAA.
Exactly.
That's right. So, Chillicothe is going to set up in a power.
This is a new formation we haven't seen.
Yeah, I'm assuming they're going to go left and look for the pitch here, or Brandon's going to follow these two backs around the outside. What happened?
Another timeout.
The courthouse called a timeout when Chillicothe wasn't ready. Coach is not happy.
No, he isn't.
Thank goodness there's only 2
What
minutes
happened
to go.
there?
Right.
It looks like they wasn't in the right formation. Brandon was trying to move them around. Coach didn't like it. Somebody on this side of the line is getting yelled at.
I didn't see who called timeout.
Chillicothe did.
Was it the coach or?
Yeah.
So the Cavs, they have no timeouts remaining.
That was their last one.
Yeah. And the Blue Lions have one timeout remaining.
So Chillicothe will march back out there with explicit instructions from the coach.
Now let's see if they get it right this time.
Well,
2 minutes and 6 seconds left in the
that could
second
be a
half.
chit-chatty locker room talk if you don't get it right, and he just had to take 3 timeouts to get one play.
You're shoulder to shoulder on the
they're
line.
set up in a power. I'm assuming they're going to go out here to the left side. Brandon's going to follow the fullback in the tail, but
Oh, number 2.
he got in there. Oh, bad spot.
Uh-oh.
Ooh. Hold on, we're on Chillicothe's side. It's going to be ugly.
Now, the clock was running, but they stopped it. So why did they?
Mathis made the carry.
So the Blue Lions take a timeout.
Stop them on the
Blue Lions.
They stop him on the 1-inch line.
Yeah, I don't know why they would have taken a timeout.
Well, the clock was running where they was going to measure it until they got it broke. The pile broke out. The clock keeps running until they break
So
the
we
pile.
are right at the edge of the goal line.
Yeah. There's a blade of grass that was sticking up there that kept him from getting in. So
Western Brown 14, Wilmington 28.
So it is 4th. I'm confused. They got 4th and 10, and the ball on the 1. So that was 4th down for Chillicothe, wasn't it?
Well, they haven't changed it. They haven't heard us say what it is again.
That's right. We got to tell them.
So it's fourth in inches.
Not 4th and 10.
4th and a blade of grass.
So if you'll change that.
Yeah, can you please change that over there to 4th and a blade? Ball on the inch mark.
Here comes the Cavaliers.
They did respond to our request.
There we go.
Yes, they have. See, somebody is listening, Rick. We got them. We even got the old. So they're back in that power. He jumps up and over. They got to give it to him. Because they were so close, he made any movement towards forward, they had to give it to him.
He went up and over the top.
Yeah. So, Chillicothe takes a 20-13 lead pending the extra point here.
Connor Mathis on the carry up and over the Washington Courthouse line.
So, see what the extra point here. It was pretty low on him the last time to see if it's going to be critical. He misses it, could be anybody's game still. If not, there was no.
That's Lewis on the kick.
21-13, that extra point's going to come down to crucial.
Derek Lewis on the kick.
So we are just under 2 minutes, 1:53 to go in the second quarter.
Well, if the Blue Lions can't stop, turning the ball over, I guess that's going to be moot. The point won't matter because Chillicothe has been able to take advantage of
the turnovers, turnover game.
And we saw the same thing last week with Miami Trace turning the ball over, 4 or 5 times?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Well, it's right now. That first two series, it was turnover, takeaway. Get it, go nowhere, turnover. Now Chillicothe has made them pay on the turnovers.
Right. I'd like to see the stats for the first half. It'd be interesting.
The yardage?
Right, from both teams.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yep, look, we're going to do the same thing again here.
I don't think we're going to. Do you think we're onside it again?
I don't know. But they're in the same formation. They're all shoulder to shoulder.
Whoa, Nelly.
They do? Oh.
See, I told you. Let me refix the pooch.
The Blue Lions are ready. Now they're spread out.
They got the Sure Hands team up front. So, Stewart back to run the ball with Rice. Rice has got it out and going. He's trying to find room. Chillicothe stringing him out. Oh, he falls down. He slipped out there about the 24-yard line. Nice run. He was trying to, but Chillicothe was stringing him out. They wasn't going to let him turn back or go up. So, with 1:46 to go, Courthouse will come out to see if they can answer Chillicothe's last three scores. Courthouse was up 13-0. So Chillicothe has owned the ball for the whole other half of the first quarter, second quarter.
Well, they were punched in the mouth initially, but then they've recovered, and they've been strong ever since.
So Courthouse has them trips right, twins left. Stewart's back, going to throw a bubble. He's got Lynch out here trying to move back.
Nice move.
Courthouse better hold on to the ball because I think Chillicothe has punch-out practice.
Oh, take care of the ball. That's what Coach always told me. Take care of the ball.
Because the way Chillicothe is punching at the ball, it looks like they have about a 20-minute part of practice. You just work on punching the ball out.
Well, if you don't practice keeping it, you're going to knock it out.
Twins left, twins right. He's looking for it, and he's on that little small route, trying to catch individuals. Nice open field tackle. He kept him in bounds. Ruth makes the catch. Shoemaker with the tackle. Ball is a pickup of about 3 for Courthouse. So it's going to be second, somewhere between 5 and 6.
About 1:22 left in the second half.
Clock running. He stayed in bounds. Courthouse getting a change of place on the line.
It's like maybe a little confusion.
Twins left, twins right. He's looking for the single coverage, deciding where he's going to run. Oh, they've got him. They got him in the pocket. Can they hold on?
Look at him. Boy, he got in and out of trouble.
Isn't that a grease pig contest? That man run like a grease pig contest.
We see that from Stewart. We see it from Mogman.
Yep.
Is it
I can't pronounce it.
Mogner?
I'm sorry, Mike.
Mogner.
I know that's your last name, and I've been around you 4 or 5 years, but I pronounce it wrong. I'm just going to say Brandon Mogmer. Yeah.
Brandon Mogmer.
So Courthouse.
That's what we'll call it.
Big man out here to the left, single to the right, single back with Rice. Chillicothe shifts on the side. He's got him. He's got a route.
Deep.
He's going to get picked off. It's picked off.
Oh, right about the 12-yard line.
Yeah. Chillicothe safety set back there and read that perfect. Who was the ball going to?
There we go. There's Connor Mathis.
What's this receiver right here? It's running away from us. Turn around, partner. Number 7 for Courthouse. Ball was intended for Nelson. And Mathis sits back and waits and waits and waits for that ball to come down and gets it.
And I stand corrected. That was Peyton Shoemaker. That made that pick.
Peyton. So,
for the Cavaliers.
Chillicothe will have the ball. No timeouts. 1:05 on their own 14.
So are they going to try some trickery to put some more points on the board, or are they just going to be content with their lead?
I don't know if I'd be content. I'd try to do something here.
I think the first play will probably tell us they're not really in it.
Yeah, they're just going to
try to run it out.
He's going to run it out and take what they got and let their boys gas up.
Get a second breath for the next half.
Here's your thing. They show you they're going to run it 2 or 3 times and pull something out of the grab bag.
About third play.
Yeah.
Pop
we're going to show you. We're going to punch it up the gut, punch it up the gut, and somebody slip. Well, they got the back. Clear back is precaution. He's letting the clock run all the way down. Yeah, this will be the last play unless Courthouse calls timeout. They won't even have to go to the line for the next one as soon as they snap this one. So he's going to run it out, and we're going to have 21 Chillicothe. Washington Courthouse 13 ending the first half.
What a great first half.
And Chillicothe.
Good football game.
Yes, sir. Chillicothe owned the first half. Courthouse dominated the first 8 minutes?
They did, and then Chillicothe took care of the second quarter.
Yeah. Courthouse took over the first 8 minutes, and Chillicothe owned the rest.
So Rick Phillips and Travis O'Connor, I'm Jim Curtis. We're taking our halftime break, and I'll turn it over to Rick Phillips.
Yep, and we'll do a couple commercial breaks here, sponsors,
the band.
and then we'll listen to the band.
The final resting place, Haunted Junkyard, is located at 988 Polk Road in Sabina, Ohio. Their hours of operation are 8 p.m. till midnight every Friday and Saturday from now until October 28th. Prepare for torment from freaks of nature like Pig Boy, Patient 5150, Dr. Nightmare, and Buffalo. Due in 2017 is a second attraction, Lights Out. For more information, you can contact the final resting place at 937-728-6190, thefinalrestingplace.com, or their Facebook page.
Hollow Ride brings the Clinton County Fields alive. Every Friday and Saturday night now through October 28th, experience the fire-breathing sounds. Come aboard the sawdust school buses for a haunted ride you'll never forget. Terror in the Court, Slaughter Hotel, and the all-new Evil Asylum will chill you to the bone. Wilmington Haunted Hollow Ride, 1261 West Dalton. For more information and directions, go WilmingtonHauntedHollowRide.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, under the direction of Michelle Carpenter, Assistant Director Judson Burns, Color Guard Instructor Gina Baldwin, and Field Commander Skylar Mann, we proudly present the Chillicothe High School Marching Cavaliers.
Big as that school is now to have a huge band. Yeah, I'll walk down.
The 2017 Chillicothe Marching Cavaliers consist of 58 members. Tonight's show will feature the music of Theodore Shapiro, Ray Parker Jr., and will also feature the talents of Color Guard members Anna Jenkins, Caroline Crump, Cindy Huss, Kirsten Oyer, and Sandy Robbins. Our band is proud to present a segment of their 2017 competition show entitled Ghosts.
We are here in Washington Courthouse. The lead to the Cavaliers over the Blue Lions, 21-13. We are at halftime. The Washington Courthouse band will be taking the field shortly. Right now we have the Chillicothe band on the field. And in some other scores, I want to remind you it was 28-14, the Wilmington Hurricane over the Broncos of Western Brown on our other channel on Campus Nation. Joe Davis giving us the updates on those scores. Also want to remind you that Potluck Greenhouse, they're having their annual Amazing Fall Festival. It's taking place on the weekends from September the 30th through November the 5th. They're located at 6555 West State Route 73, just off I-71 near Wilmington. They offer a 5-acre corn maze, a hayride, pumpkin patch, bouncy house, food vendors, local honey, also some mums. Hours of family fun and entertainment await all at the Potluck Greenhouse. Pick your own pumpkins, enjoy some apple cider, and a relaxing afternoon at the Potluck Greenhouse. 937-382-8312 or potluckgreenhouse.com. And you're listening to WZAA 106.9 LPFM in Jeffersonville, Ohio. I'm Rick Phillips, Travis O'Connor, and Jim Curtis. They're out and about, probably talking with their fans out here in Blue Lions land. So now Joe Davis updates us. It's 28-21 with 12 seconds till the half. And the Broncos scored on a 4th and 1. So they've closed the gap to 7 points there at Alumni Field in Wilmington. And they're still in action where we are at halftime here in Washington Courthouse. Gardner Park. And a reminder, tomorrow we are going to be at Wilmington College. We have the Mount Union Purple Raiders. Yes, the number 2 in the country, Mount Union Purple Raiders. And they're going to be hosted by the Wilmington Fighting Quakers. We get underway at 1 p.m. with our pregame, kickoff at 1:30. That'll be tomorrow from Williams Field in Wilmington, Ohio. Next week, we've got the big games, the final games of the year. The Washington Blue Lions are going to be hosted by the Miami Trace Panthers for the Battle of Fayette County. And, of course, we'll have that game. Also, Clinton Massey will be hosted by the Wilmington Hurricane, another big game in Clinton County. So 2 big county rivals or sets of rivals there here in Fayette County and also in Clinton County. And, of course, WZAA will have that game with Miami Trace in Washington. And Clinton Massey and Wilmington will have that game on CampusNation.com, the sports animal. So bringing you the latest updates on halftime scores. At the half, Wilmington leads Western Brown 28-21. At the half, Beaver Creek leads Miamisburg 7-0. At the half, Clinton Massey leads New Richmond 44-0. Our game here at the half, 21-13, Chillicothe over Washington. Blanchester at the half leads the Fayetteville Rockets 37-6. The East Clinton Astros lead the Claremont Northeastern Rockets 13-7. And that says it's in the first quarter, so I'm not going to really elaborate on whether that's actually at the half or not. The Miami Trace Panthers 36, the Hillsborough Indians 35. That is a neck-and-neck game, a hotly contested game there in Hillsborough. And, of course, we wanted to congratulate the girls' varsity soccer team of Wilmington. They defeated the Madison Senior Mohawk Indians 2-1 yesterday in tournament action. The Miami Trace Panthers boys' varsity soccer team in action yesterday defeated the Zane Trace Pioneers 3-0.
Ladies and gentlemen, under the direction of Mr. Matt Stanley, we proudly present the 2017 Blue Lions Marching Band.
And the Blue Lions are now out on the field, and so we'll listen to a little bit of the halftime activity from the Washington Marching Band.
We start off with an old favorite, but with moves you've never seen by our band. Get out your ticket, folks, for that long train running. Our rhythm and blue dancers are kicking it Bruno Mars style with their favorite Uptown Funk.
For our Miami Trace fans, the Hillsboro Indians are leading the Trace Panthers 41-36. They've actually scored about 4 touchdowns in just the last couple of minutes of play. It's been back and forth, back and forth. A barn burner in Hillsboro.
I couldn't get away.
What kind of score do you have for the Hillsboro game?
It is 41-36, Hillsboro.
Wow. High scoring game.
Yes, it is. And that's just the first half.
That's all offense.
Yeah, that's just first half. Yeah. And, you know, it's strange because Massey was House of Fire. They must have decided that they called the second half off or something. They haven't scored since the first half.
They called off the dogs.
They put a lot of their second team in when they get up to
44-0 in the third quarter.
Yeah.
And you know that clock is running.
Right. And their second team's tough, too.
Yeah.
By putting them in to play second half or whatever.
That's good state training.
It is.
So we have
just for the
Chillicothe ball coming out, correct?
Yeah. Just for the for information, Goshen is leading Batavia at the half, 20-0.
There's a lot of points being put on the board this week.
Yes, yes.
All the games. And it sounds like most of them, except for the last one you mentioned, is pretty good games.
Yeah.
Well, we had a great halftime. Mm-hmm. Well, I'll tell you what, the Blue Lions band is really impressive.
Yes,
They are. They are.
Jackson leading McLean 28-0 at the half is what we got here. And our score here, it's 21-13, the Chillicothe Cavaliers over the Washington Blue Lions. It's tightened up in Wilmington at Alumni Field. It's 28-21, Wilmington in the lead, and they are at half.
And they're playing C&E?
No, they're playing the Broncos of Western Brown. And we've got Chris Wisecup, Joe Davis, and Lexi Dodderidge doing our camera. They're in Wilmington.
Good group.
Yeah.
Of course, Chris has the Thursday night show.
That's right. He had a show last night. Hey, these shows are great. And I'm just going to drop this. I'm not going to, we have a big announcement when it comes to our sports shows that's coming up. This is the teaser. I can't announce it because it's not absolutely official, but believe me, it is official. But we will probably be announcing it sometime next week.
That confused me.
Yeah, you can tell us. We won't say anything.
I have not got the official confirmation.
There's nobody listening but us right now. Who is it, Rick?
That's right.
Come on, Rick.
Hey, just say it real quiet. Whisper it.
Right, I'll just whisper it.
There you go.
No one will hear it. Except the scorekeepers and that, because they've been listening to our broadcast.
Exactly.
They've had it down.
WZAA broadcasters keeping the score.
We've got a busy
scoreboard keeper in track.
Visitors box over here. We've got Buckeye Country, and we've got Greenfield's station here as well.
Who?
Yeah.
Courthouse. 1055.
No, I'm saying Greenfield's down on the other end.
Oh, is WB and you down there?
Yeah. Can't you see him down there?
Now that's Greenfield or Chillicothe?
That's Chillicothe.
Is it Chillicothe?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Chillicothe follows all these.
And
they was with us last weekend.
Right. Now you see how they got us too.
That's right. They were. They were in the booth with us.
Yeah, it was with us.
Yeah, it was you and I.
Remember Jim?
Got to get our
big Joe was blowing our ears out. Oh my goodness. Love him to death, but I'm going to get
I'm going to tell you, this is funny because when I went to set up at Wilmington earlier before this game, Troy says, "I've got you down at the end of the press. This is where the coaches usually are. I've got you down at the end of the press box." He says, "We're giving the fans in front a little break this week
from Joe."
Well, no, I'll tell you what, Chris Wisecup is just as loud. It's like
he?
they try to yell over each other.
I just let Joe go. I let him listen.
That's why I bring the headphones with me, because Lexi would not want to be wearing headphones listening to the two of them.
Joe Davis.
And it's good.
Great guy.
The enthusiasm, I love it. But he'll hit a note and he'll, what?
Right.
Oh my! I went like this. I was like, Rick, turn me down.
He's got such a deep voice, and then when he gets excited,
It's overpowering.
Oh yeah, it is.
All right.
Vibration.
Ready,
Break. Ready to go.
Now we got 12 new minutes on this third period, third quarter clock.
Referees did a little break in the action, step away there. Ready, break. Spotting to their positions. First time I've seen a couple officials, all 5 of them officials ran to their spots. So, courthouse will set the kickoff. This will be the tail of the tape, Jim.
It sure will.
Chillicothe comes out and scores and puts a nail in the coffin. It could be very interesting.
Well, the onside, they broke back into the regular formation now.
I don't think they want to give Chillicothe the ball on the 50.
I wouldn't either.
No. And I'm talking to
Whoa.
squibbed it.
Number 6. Oh, he took a knee.
Yeah.
He caught it on his knee.
Who's number 6? I talked to Mr. Brandon's dad, Mike. Said coach from Chillicothe will come out and have him. Jason Benson said coach for Chillicothe will have a few choice words for our boys. Come out pretty fired up. So
I'm sure Blanchester got about the same. Or Blanchester. Where am I at? Washington Courthouse. I bet Courthouse. The Blue Lions got the same in their
ball on
locker
the
room.
40 of Chillicothe. Oh. Headed forward, grabs up. Who's that, Mr. Mathis?
Boy, it is. He wasn't going anywhere.
No.
Not with 305 pounds on him.
No, that's some big boys.
And that's just one of them.
The frozen food locker there.
Well, I wonder. I'd like to see the food bill for the 4 down linemen.
You take it,
And
I'll
their
take the
families.
backs. You get the lineman on the food bill, I get the corner.
We're going to rallies.
We're going to
go.
CC's
Nice
buffet.
move.
He's
Maltmer. Look, he breaks 2 tackles.
Oh my goodness. Number 11 and number 7 had him.
Touchdown.
Lightning
Garrett
strikes.
Leisure and Zane Nelson both had him, and Brandon just splits him like he was bowling. He hit the head pin and took them all down.
They were right there.
Oh, right there.
Oh.
He's a bowler, too. Did you know that?
You tackle him. No, I'll tackle him.
I hit him. You hit him.
You got him.
I don't want to hit him. You hit him.
27 to 13,
He smacked me last
pending
time.
the
right in
extra
chest.
point.
Now, this could be the death punch.
It could be. We'll see. Usually you're right.
This gentleman right here, I was just told, is a freshman. He took over the regular kicker. Was a sophomore. Was a soccer.
It's good.
Number 8, Mr. What's his name? Number 8 is our kicker. Anyways, I was told by the quarterback's dad he is a freshman that just took over a couple weeks ago. Still, I mean, growing.
It's Derek Lewis.
He said he's a
He's
freshman.
a junior.
Well, they told me he was a freshman.
Really? Well, maybe they've got it wrong on the sheet here. 5'9", 140 pounds. 100, yeah. Not a very big.
No. So,
Does a good job, though.
yep. 2 plays into the second quarter, and Chillicothe goes 65 yards.
11 minutes and 15 seconds.
45 seconds into the game, into the third quarter. Chillicothe can go up 11. 2-possession game. I think they've knocked the sails out. We'll see.
Well, the fans on the other side,
Well, this is going
side are
this will tell the
quiet.
tape, because if Courthouse can't come back and at least put some points on the board here, it's going to be tough.
No, you got Rice and Ruth back to receive the kickoff from Chillicothe. They need to get a big play here. They need a 35, 40-yard run.
And Rick's right. If they don't do anything this possession, that'll probably be about it for
Washington has to
Courthouse.
score, put some points on the board. So
That's
he
a
kicks
nice
to the speed demon, Rice. He's out to the side. He's trying to follow it back. 3 Chillicothe players meet him at the 25 and say, nope, not going this way.
If he would have cut out to the left, he had open field.
He caught the ball on the 15 and made it to about the 25 before 4 or 5 Chillicothe players make the gang tackle.
Just a reminder, second half being brought to you by Haunted Hollow, the final resting place, and Potluck Greenhouse.
So Courthouse goes with the same lineup, Jimmy. He trips to the right, single left, the big man on the right. Going to right him, Rice.
There he goes.
Ooh!
Not much there.
Is coming out.
Hello.
Good afternoon. Here I am.
What did he get? Maybe 1 or 2 on that? I mean,
Not much.
Yeah.
Not much at all. They closed that hole really
Go on,
quick.
hurry up, trying to catch Chillicothe off guard. So, timing route out to the screen.
Got him.
Ruth caught it. He's going to be close. He's going to be about a foot short.
Nice hands by Ruth.
They're going to get a measurement. It's going to be close.
Just a reminder, tomorrow
Nope, he
we've
got
got
it.
the number 2 Mount Union Purple Raiders at the Wilmington Fighting Quakers tomorrow. 1 o'clock is our pregame and 1:30 with the kickoff right here on Campus Nation and WZAA.
That'll be a good one to listen.
It will be.
I hope you join in, all our listeners.
Got him on a quick slant. Had him, but Ruth fell down. Ruth had him burnt, but he slips and falls. Roderick gets his hand up and knocks the ball away.
So 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10, trips to the left, single to the short side. Rice in the backfield with Stewart, trying to catch Chillicothe on the jump. He's going to keep it.
Now cut
stringing him out.
Cut it up. Oh, I think he got it.
He got it.
Got the first down. In fact, he ran right over the marker, and then he trips on the tarp. Could be a little dangerous. That field is probably getting a little damp from the night dew. I see a lot of players slipping. No huddle offense. They're trying to get it off quick, aren't they?
They got to get a score because it could be, like I said, if they give it back to Chillicothe, it could be over. He's trying to catch him out of that double clap. Catch him. He's riding it. He's riding. Oh, good read.
Nowhere.
Is that Roderick again?
It's number 2, Connor Mathis.
Mathis. He's playing both sides of the ball. So they read the draw. Twins left, twins right, the big man on the right. No coverage. They got a quick slant right there for him. It's 2nd and 3. He's going to call his own number. So he's going to pick up 8 on the carry, getting the ball to the Chillicothe territory in the 49. So Chillicothe not reading that real well, trying to figure out whether Rice has got it or Dylan.
Well, they're calling it 3rd and 5.
Oh, 3rd and 5. That's right. He took a loss, didn't he? I thought he got it first. 3rd and 5. Got to get to the 44. He's going to write Rice is out here.
You better cut it up, buddy.
He better cut it. He lost 3.
Yes, he did.
Chillicothe read that well. Rice made the run out.
They were Chillicothe right with him. He didn't have a chance to cut it up.
Chillicothe had three backs stringing him out, saying, "You can pick which way you want to go. We're waiting."
Boy, his hit right when he cut
Yes, they did. Chillicothe Courthouse has got to get a deep punt and a 3 and out. 3 and out. Courthouse has to have because they got to have the ball twice, Jimmy.
Ruth to punt. Well, what kind of shift is this? That's interesting. Oh!
Nice.
Oh!
Nice little chivalry.
Nice, a fake punt.
Nice little chivalry by Courthouse. Ruth got a nice little arm on. Who'd he throw it to?
34.
Who was it?
They needed that.
Jamison McCain.
Jamison McCain on the catch from Ruth. And Mathis with the tackle for Chillicothe.
Boy, that was a good play. That's strange. I've never seen that set up before.
No,
But
30 yards. Going to have the ball on the 15 of Chillicothe.
Fake punt.
Rice. Stewart's going to...
Oh, he's moving. Look at that.
Touchdown. He is shifty.
Boy, I'm telling you.
Nice run by Stewart. 15-yard
Just a couple
run.
smart cuts, and he's in the end zone.
And his cut, he's swift and quickly with his cuts. When he
And
makes the cut, it's
This is definitely what the Blue Lions needed.
Yes.
Oh, there's Cavaliers all around him, and one of them touched him. Reached out and grabbed his jersey, but didn't phase him.
Most people make cuts and don't react and explode like that. He's exploding off every cut.
Amazing.
So that made it interesting. With this point, it could be down 8. They're going to go for 2. Fumble. Tried to snap the ball to Burns on like a wildcat.
But they scored, so we still have a game.
Yeah, we're down 9. 2-game possession now. So
I think the big key for Courthouse is going to be to take care of the ball.
Yeah. That's what it's been so far.
Here we go. Another fumble.
3 turnovers.
Right. You can't have those turnovers.
28-19, just under 8 minutes left in the second quarter. We've been 4 minutes into the third quarter with 2 scores, almost a repeat of the first quarter.
It is.
That's right. It looks very similar to the first quarter where the Blue Lions really started to come out and run those quick plays and caught Chillicothe sort of back on their heels, and they've done that again. So it'll remain to be seen whether they can stay with the big dogs.
It's been interesting.
What is Courthouse's record? 4-4?
4-4.
So they probably don't have a shot to playoffs, but they could be the one that puts the dagger in Chillicothe.
Sure.
Exactly.
And they would probably love
And
to
they
do
want that.
Yeah. That could be a win for your season all the way around.
Oop. Here is Courthouse kicking off.
So,
number 20, is that who's kicking off?
I think it's Bim. B-E-H-M.
Bim. B-E-H-M. Jordan Bim.
Jordan Bim. Got it outside.
Nice spin moving.
Oh, my goodness.
Someone nailed him out there.
Nice open field tackle there.
That was a cartwheel move.
Yes.
Oh, it was.
Look at what I got, Coach. So, Tristan Ewell makes the tackle on Shoemaker. So Chillicothe will take over at their own 36, going left to right on your dial. So,
boy, Shoemaker just came right up from behind him and just took him down.
He did.
They rolled 5 yards.
So got him in motion. He's to the outside. Rice and Tristan Ewell to make the tackle. Harris made a good run there.
Tackle by number 26, Tristan Ewell.
He picked up, 4.5? 4 on the play, close to 5. So it'll be Chillicothe ball on the 40.
Second down, 6 to go. 7 minutes and 15 seconds left.
Single coverage out to the left. Quick snap.
Oh, no. Nobody was out there on him.
Nobody adjusted from Courthouse. Receiver went out there and stood.
We got 2 flags down on the field there, though.
We're at.
Missed
Might have been a
tackles.
face mask. I bet it was a face mask because they tried to go over the top to tackle him. So they're discussing over there what it is. It's about right where he was taken down. So it wouldn't have been a defense or an offensive play because there was nobody around him. Courthouse coaches are over there freaking out, trying to make calls. Other coaches trying to keep him back while the refs decide what's going on.
From the hand motions, it looks like the coach is really...
He's trying to point it was Chillicothe, but I didn't see anybody else around unless it was offensive face masking.
So now the ref was pointing.
It must be Chillicothe because they're... Hold on, let's see.
Yeah, he's
stepping it
there
back.
You go. Oh boy, the Cavaliers fans do not
Was
like
it a
this.
hold?
I don't know.
I didn't see from his hands. It looked like it could have been a hold or
He's saying
block in
a
the
hold,
back.
but there was nobody out there but 2 Courthouse players and a Chillicothe guy that caught the ball. There was nobody out there. How did he get a hold out of that one?
I don't know.
I
It's
didn't
a mystery.
see it, but I mean, we don't see it all, but There was nobody in the area for Chillicothe besides the gentleman that caught the ball.
Well, you can hear the Chillicothe fans reacting.
Oh, yeah.
They're not happy with that call.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 46 of Courthouse. He's riding it, going to keep his own number.
Oh, you got the
Pettiford makes the tackle.
You got about, what, 2 or 3 yards maybe?
Yeah, he's going to be 2nd and 7. Now let's see if he rides it and lets the ball ride on with Mathis. Got one down for Courthouse. Number 4. Is that a Rice? Is that 4?
Official timeout. Let's see what we got.
Number 4. Caleb Rice for Washington Courthouse holding his.
Looks like maybe
looks
a
like
shoulder.
He's holding his left arm, shoulder.
His right shoulder slumped over and looks. Yeah, he's holding his right arm, so he might have landed on that in the wrong way.
Yeah.
You can sort of relate to that, can't you, Jim?
I can.
Pinched nerve or whatever.
And if it wasn't illegal, I'd probably have some meds to help him out. You know. But
both teams was at the hash marks talking to their coaches, getting a drink while they helped Mr. Rice off the field. So it is going to be 2nd and 6. Ball at 43 at Courthouse.
I see him walking over there. He looks like he's maybe just needs a break.
Now he's rotating it.
Right. I think he landed on that shoulder.
Yeah. Direct. He gives it to him. Courthouse was waiting on it that time. Who is that?
39. Who's third?
Is it 99, Big Marcel? Mathis makes it.
99.
Marcel. Some of the beefy boys. Not the beastie boys, the beefy boys.
He grabbed him and slammed him to the ground.
Yes, he did. You got my cheeseburger, give it back, son.
I'd probably be saying, Mommy, where's my mommy? Please don't hurt me.
Give me back that cheeseburger, boy. Marcel steps up, Brandon back in the shotgun. He's looking for, got a mismatch over the middle.
Oh, he held on to that.
Nice catch. Who we got? Harris, he landed on that ball. He's holding that rib. Tristan Ewell makes a tackle for Courthouse. Harris makes the catch across the middle.
So the chains are moving. 1st and 10.
Ball on the 33. Brandon had time sitting back in the pocket on the shotgun.
Ladies and gentlemen, we draw the winning raffle ticket if you want to pull yours out. Winner will get $208.
So, trips right, single back. Oh, no safety. He's got coverage on that side. Draw play. Brandon makes it to the 29. He one step to the outside and he's gone.
Tackled by Pride of Lions.
Hey, it's good.
Number for tonight.
It's good to see now, Jimmy, that Chillicothe kids are getting up and Courthouse patting them on the back. Same way with Courthouse get up, Chillicothe pat them on the back.
4-4, 3-4.
It is. That's good sportsmanship.
Yeah.
You know, they're both just playing football.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Sometimes things get heated and things get said that aren't intended, but
yeah,
it's just part of the game.
Yeah. Brandon's back in the shotgun.
Oh. He might have twisted. He twisted his ankle when he went down on that.
He
32 jumped.
32. I think it's Butterball.
Dead ball offside. Washington Courthouse.
Yeah, Adrian Butterball. He was down these 4 point, went to jump and flogged and went 4 feet, come off underneath him. So now it's going to be 2nd and 2. Ball on the 25 for Chillicothe. Courthouse needs a big stop. Big stop. 2-possession game now. Chillicothe scores, it's 3. Moves the receivers over to Twins side of it. Still back in the shotgun, Brandon is. He's reading that bubble.
Oh, no.
Rice caught it. Rice come in from that end position, got him in the back, slipped and caught him.
Caleb Rice.
Nice to have them speed demons on the ends, Jimmy.
Boy, it is. He rolled out and he got a little bit of that back. That could have been awful.
Yeah, it's actually a 6-yard loss, so it's going to be 3rd and 7.
New Richmond actually scores. It's 44-7 in the fourth quarter with the clock running at Massey's Stadium there. Frank Ireland Field.
Another slaughter by Massey Falcons.
Yes, I know they called the dogs off after
Jackson's
the
up 28-0 on Greenfield. I haven't got Trace in Hillsborough yet. So he's looking for the pitch. He's going to keep it.
Look at that. Look at the hole.
Oh, number 11 didn't even see him.
Mogmer.
Garrett Leisure fell down, was tied up in his block, stood up to block his guy again, and Brandon ran right up his back. Read the numbers. If I see the back of your numbers, I go outside. See him the other way, go inside. Good run by Brandon. So
that was a big hole. He cut and went right through that hole.
Stewart was playing defense, so he goes to the sideline and talk to coach, get ready to see what they're going to do when they come back out on offense. Left-footed. Southpaw kicker. Up and good. So now we are 35-19. It is now a 3-possession score. Well, 2. They could get touchdown and 2-point conversions. No,
in 3.5 minutes in the third quarter.
That'd be 33. No, 35. So,
right.
2 possessions game here, but Courthouse would have to get touchdown and 2-point conversions 2 in a row to tie it up.
We'll do a station ID here.
Yes, sir.
106.9 WZAA LP, Jeffersonville.
Low power, high impact. WZAA.
Okay, Joe Colley back to kickoff. We've got Ruth and Stewart over there. Back to kick, receive the kick. See if they'll kick away from Stewart because he's Mr. Shifty. He boots away, boots it. Short kick. 21 for Courthouse.
Kickoff is by number 9, Jack Coates. Return by 21,
Eli Shaw picks it up about to 25 and takes it out to about the 33, 34 of Courthouse.
20, McKellen Lee.
So,
McKellen Lee and Chris Postage on the stop on that one.
Well, New Richmond must be taking advantage of Massey's second or third team. It's now 44-14.
Wow.
2 touchdowns.
Maybe a comeback.
Yeah.
Massey might have to put their first team back in.
Yeah. Killing their point ratings. Stewart out here to be Mr. Shifty. They're stringing him out, run him out of bounds.
Oh.
He stopped. Oh my goodness, we got some upset Chillicothe parents.
Now what that does though is it stops the running clock. So we're now back on regular clock because it's only it's 44-14, so it's only a 30-point lead.
So it
has to be more than
30.
No, I think it's got to be above 30. So
I thought it was 30 and up.
I don't think so. But they are. Oh no, I take it back. It doesn't matter. It's a final. 44-14 is the final from Frank Ireland Field. Massey defeating New Richmond.
Puts Ruth in motion, he does. Looking for the slant to the middle. Back to draw, and he falls. Had an opening. Stewart had a wide opening because the linebacker was chasing Ruth, and he slips and falls.
That's about the second or third time I've seen him lose his footing. So, I don't know.
Well, you said it may be getting a little damp out there on the field.
Right.
The air's heavy. So, Chillicothe down the fake, looking for the timing route. He's got him burnt. He keeps running. He's got it.
Come back.
Pass interference.
Oh, there it is. Flag. He had him beat, but he had to come back after the ball.
And
boy, can he scoot down the field.
Who was that?
That's number 3 on
Ruth. Eli Ruth. Well, he kind of did something there. He kind of got his feet tangled up between them to draw the play, it looked like. Looked like he was going to come back and let me get close enough that I'd tangle up in here and draw it.
Right, he had 2 defenders on him.
Yeah. Well, the safety
smoked him.
Looked like the safety was on a bead to pick it up.
Boy, if he had the arm just to throw about 5 yards more, that would just been a beautiful play. We've seen a lot of real nice plays tonight.
It's only a 10-yard.
Mike Haddon, if you can hear my voice, can you please report to the concession stand by the locker room? Mike.
Okay, 1st and 10 at the 45 of Courthouse. What do we got? A referee timeout here. Why was it only a 10-yard pass?
That may be what they're trying to figure out.
I don't know. Maybe it's a bad spot.
There you go. There you go. There's the other 5 right there.
Yeah. I was going to say they already moved the chains.
Yeah, you got it, Travis. You're on top of it. They heard our broadcast.
See?
They did.
Yeah.
We got secret mics into the ground officials here.
Yeah, they're
in each one of their ears.
We got them mic'd. They're Bluetoothed up with us.
Officials, you are doing a great job.
Yes, you are.
Way to listen to us.
Stewart waiting on the snap. Rice, he's going to keep it himself.
Oh, he reversed that.
Oh, what a hit!
Oh, my goodness.
Somebody's seeing some stars.
Hello, sunshine.
We can hear that up here big time.
Absolutely love it. Number 7, Adrian Beverly.
Mr. Beverly took a wake-up call.
Oh, my goodness.
Hello. Welcome to Gardner Park.
Ooh, he's going to feel that in the morning.
Yeah. He's trying to shake it. Looked like he's trying to shake the bell with cobwebs out. He didn't get me. He didn't get me.
Again, you've got to get down. You can't stand straight up and think you're going to take that hit and push him back. He's got the momentum.
Stewart was not running out of bounds.
Ooh. He stopped. He didn't go anywhere there.
He picked up about 2. It's going to be 3rd and 1. 3rd and a long one.
Well, we've seen 10, 15, 20, 30-yard gains on about every play.
Yeah.
A 3-yard gain is he didn't get anything.
Yeah, you're right. From the runs we've been seeing.
Right.
He's going to keep it.
Look at that.
He got the run. Ball comes loose. Chillicothe has it. Chillicothe. Turnovers
there you go again.
Washington Courthouse.
Well, same thing with Miami Trace last week, you know.
Washington Courthouse is in this ballgame. That's the 4th or 5th turnover.
You get some momentum.
That's the 5th because they had interception, 4 fumbles and interception.
Right. One of the linemen just reached out his left hand and he chopped at that ball.
I still think Chillicothe has a 20-minute punch-out practice.
That was a big boy. I didn't get his number, but he's a big fella, and he reached out with his left hand and just swiped it down and knocked it right out.
You mean with his left paw?
Left
like a bear. He was a bear.
Big bear. Come here, bear. So, back in the shotgun. They're going to let some time come off. Timeout, Chillicothe. Wasn't what Brandon wanted. Wrong formation. Wrong personnel formation or something.
All right, so the Cavs take time out. We'll go for this break.
The Hollow Ride brings the Clinton County Fields alive. Every Friday and Saturday night now through October 28th, experience the fire-breathing ceremonies. On the board the sawdust school buses for a haunted ride you'll never forget. Terror in the Court, Slaughter Hotel, and the all-new Evil Asylum will chill you to the bone. Wilmington Hollow Ride, 1261 West Dalton. For more information and directions, go to WilmingtonHauntedHollowRide.com.
He's back.
Well, Chillicothe's back on the field. Courthouse is coming back on.
And all you listening to the action live on WZAA 106.9 CampusNation.com, you're missing a really good game.
Yes, you are.
And I hope we're providing enough commentary to let you know how the action's really taking place.
And, of course, if you do miss the game and you don't hear the game or you're listening to the game and you want to see the game, this should be up on our website Monday evening, so you can always go back to the Campus Nation website and see the video.
That's what's really nice about Campus Nation. You can go back and watch that just about any time you want.
That's right, on demand. And that's the same thing with the Wilmington game that's going on. Real close game right now. 28-21. They're in the third quarter there at Alumni Field. That's our other crew of Chris Wisecup and Jumpin' Joe Davis.
Jumpin' Joe.
Or as you say, Joe. And Lexi Doddridge running our camera over there.
JoJo Dance.
She's like the flower between the two thorns.
Oh, my goodness. Poor girl.
You probably had to pay her, didn't you? Big bucks.
Oh.
Nowhere there on that one.
Yule for Courthouse steps up, makes the tackle. Brandon tried to just run straight ahead to get back what he could get back. Picks up probably 2 of the 4 he lost.
As quick as we talk about it, it's 28-all in Wilmington. Western Brown has tied up the Hurricane, 28-28.
The Broncos are bouncing.
That's right. And they've only won one game all year, so Wilmington is struggling.
Those kind of... Wilmington has?
No.
Oh, I was going to say, I thought Wilmington had more than that.
Oh, no.
They've had their share of injuries. Oh, look, there we go.
Look here.
Mogmer, number 14 on the run.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. That man can dance.
Oh,
Dancing for the Stars. He's competing. Him and Dylan Stewart.
he broke to the outside, ran right down the line.
And it's supposed to be the sideline is your friend, but Courthouse could just not force him out. And again,
How big a gain would you say? About 40 yards?
that
on
one,
wasn't it?
10, yeah. 35, 40, right in that range, because they were on the 32, 41. You called it, Jimmy. So the ball is now on the Courthouse, 23-22, and Chillicothe is knocking on the door again.
Hillsboro leads Miami Trace 49-42 now in the third quarter of play.
Rice catches Brandon in the backfield.
Sacked by number 4, Caleb Rice.
So this is going to be the end of the quarter, unless I would say Chillicothe is not going to be in any
It
hurry.
doesn't look like they're going to try to get it off.
No.
28 seconds left.
C&E has taken the lead over East Clinton 21-13. Claremont Northeastern, the Rockets 21, and the East Clinton Astros 13.
So Chillicothe probably going to have to snap it because there was 37 seconds when the ball was spotted.
He's down to 8 seconds.
He's going to have to. Yeah, he had to get it off. He's got a corner route. Nope.
Yeah, he's going to
covered
have to
up.
take it.
Here comes running back this way.
Oh,
Good block.
he's
He's got one.
Oh, and it's
Picked
picked
off
off. Number 7.
by Nelson.
By number 17, Nelson in the third quarter.
Looked like Mr. Nelson kind of played dumbfounded there and let him ride like he was wide open and came back to him. Looked to me. Didn't see the film. We'll see it on Monday, but it looked like he kind of baited Brandon into throwing that ball.
Well, he
there.
did. Made a good move on him to come out and pick it.
Yep. Well, we're going into the fourth quarter.
I see the car with the air shocks and it's bouncing up and down.
You have seen that? So, with 12 minutes to go here at Gardner Park, it is a 2-possession game, 35-19. Courthouse has the football on their own, probably 6-7 yard line. So,
and we're rocking in the stands.
They're jamming. The stands are bouncing. We even got Rick over here dancing. Uh-oh, can you see that? Look at the camera bounce. You all see this Monday on the film. Right at the beginning of the fourth quarter, the camera's bouncing.
He needs to call into Dancing with the Stars, I think. He's got the moves.
Yep, I seen that. So Courthouse back in their almost end zone on the 7 yard line. Draw play.
A little reverse there
to Rice.
Nice run.
Nice run. He got him out of the end zone. First down, moved up to the 21. So as they spot the ball, Courthouse is going to have to do hurry up offense and score and get a 3 and out. Nice slant. Caught it.
You know where Rick Phillips used to be a DJ back in the day, back in his younger days. And
that's why he was bouncing around.
Oh, that's why I'm saying. He knows it. He knows the moves. He's got the moves.
That was a dance DJ.
Right.
Brandon's going to...
Ooh! Up and over the top.
Stewart keeps it to pick up a first down. He's going to move the chains out to about the 37, 38 of Courthouse.
Good enough for a blue line.
Like I said, if Courthouse wants to stay in this game, they've got to score and do a 3 and out. Back up to Rice. I'll take, if I'm Courthouse, I'll take 6 or 7 on the play.
There's bodies flying everywhere.
Yeah.
Up in the air and flying and flipping and twisting and turning.
Oh, they are. Oh, we got a
Chillicothe.
Cavalier down.
Yeah, he's got a cramp in his leg. That's what it looks like.
Oh, he's holding it too.
All right, we'll take a quick break here.
Here we go.
The final resting place, Haunted Junkyard, is located at 988 Polk Road in Sabina, Ohio. Their hours of operation are 8 p.m. till midnight every Friday and Saturday from now until October 28th. Prepare for torment from freaks of nature like Pig Boy, Patient 5150, Dr. Nightmare, and Buffalo. New in 2017 is a second attraction, Lights Out. For more information, you can contact the final resting place at 937-728-6190, thefinalrestingplace.com, or their Facebook page.
And don't forget tomorrow, the big game, the number 2 Mount Union Purple Raiders are in to play the Wilmington Fighting Quakers. Our game gets underway at 1 with our pregame and 1:30 with the kickoff. That's tomorrow on Campus Nation and WZAA.
All right, got him so up to the line after he got the player off for Chillicothe.
It was Connor Mathis, number 2.
He's everywhere. Got Rice. Oh, number 12 for Chillicothe. Jimmy, who we got? Will Roderick.
Is that Rogers? Or
Roderick.
Roderick.
That's our Mr. Roderick.
Oh, Roderick.
And that other Fayette County school are going head-to-head.
The other Fayette County school.
Yeah, it sounds like
It's a little
Clinton
rivalry
County. It's the
weekend,
same
huh?
way. You know, it's the other team in Clinton County besides
There are
Wilmington.
2 other ones out there.
That was a good one.
He's going to ride. He's going to keep it himself, trying to find somewhere to bounce.
Oh, he stopped.
He got to quit sticking that ball out there. Courthouse has played a great game except for the turnovers. The 5 turnovers, 2 interception, and 4 to fumbles. It's a whole different ball game.
He's sticking it right out there for him.
He's
instead of
sticking it out
tucking
there.
Bury that ball and duck your head and run.
Chillicothe showed him one look and changed on him. Courthouse having to call timeout. Wasn't looking like in the setup there.
And speaking of some big games, next week we've got the same Blue Lions. They're going into Pantherland, and they're going to take on the Miami Trace Panthers. That's this coming Friday. And then also big game in Clinton County, the Massey Falcons, who just had a tremendous game against a very powerful team from the other part of the league. They won tonight, 44-14 over New Richmond. They're going to be in to play Wilmington at Alumni Field, and Wilmington right now in a battle, 28-28 all with the Western Brown Broncos.
I think Massey didn't they walk all over Western Brown when they played?
There's no question. Western Brown's only won a game.
Right.
So Massey destroyed him.
Yep.
So this is a little odd, but back in the action.
Stewart comes up to change the play. Sees something different Chillicothe had set up. Puts him out there, rides Rice, calls his own number.
Gee.
You can't give him the open field. So he picks up the first down.
He's got that incredible breakaway speed. I mean, it's just a burst, and he's gone.
It's
you
amazing.
You can't give him even a small crack.
He's fun to watch.
Yeah,
Cam Newton.
he is. Oh, this
I would
has been a
keep it all the
very
time.
entertaining
Cam
football
Newton.
game.
Right.
Yeah.
Cam Newton coming out of, was he Clemson? Or no, where did Cam Newton go?
Cam Newton.
For Carolina.
Yep, North Carolina, wasn't it?
No, he's at Carolina Panthers now. But I thought he was Clemson or Syracuse or something. But good run.
Another
Rice run. Just the way he runs up and sees the hole and steps and dives and jives.
Boy, just so quick.
Chillicothe trying to get a player off the field.
Beaver Creek leading Miamisburg 21-0, and they're in the fourth.
Is that the Beavers?
Those are the Beavers, my Beavers.
Picked off.
Oh, number 1. That's a big pick.
Number 1. Peyton Shoemaker makes it Interception.
A lot of action there.
Stewart makes a nice open field tackle.
Right. He said, "No, you're not going to take it.
You got one from me, but you're not putting 6 on me." So, Chillicothe with the cause of 6 turnovers.
And Courthouse was close to the red zone on that one.
Yes, they were marching.
What, do we get a penalty? What are they indicating?
I don't know. So it'll be at the 20-yard line of...
Something's going on over there on the sidelines with the yard markers or something.
Something with the markers. Is there someone on the ground? I can't tell.
There's no one on the ground. They're looking at the markers.
Like one broke or
something. Must have broke it.
Yeah. They have a malfunction of the marker.
Nice team timeout. You know, you usually have one player say, "Hey, if we're out of timeouts,
just break the marker. Roll into the marker.
You lay down and get an entry. And stay there and lay down." Now they've got to set up for an equipment timeout.
Yeah, they're still working
feverishly.
I've seen it all now. They also want to remind everybody, Monday through Friday, Charlie Hargraves on the radio from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. with the morning show.
That's right, and our own Marianne Dotson. Yeah. In fact, they're visiting the haunts tonight.
Yeah, they're right in my dad's backyard.
Yeah, they're doing some live
Haunted Hollow, isn't it?
From the Haunted Hollow and from the
off Dalton Road.
Yeah, and also from the Final Resting Place. I think they visited both tonight.
Now that one's the one in Sabina.
Right.
Yeah, Sabina.
Right.
You say Sabina, I say Sabina. Well, actually, it's down near Cowan Lake.
Right, yeah. Right there at Paulie's Junkyard in Sabina.
Okay, Chillicothe will take over on Courthouse 20. Brandon's riding it. He gives it to the young man. Ooh. Rice tries to make an open field tie. He's going to pick up probably 3 as he's shoved out of the bounds on the courthouse side of the field.
He ran 40 yards and picked up 3.
Okay, Wilmington takes the lead 34-28 over the Broncos.
That one should be about done.
Oh, good.
They are in the 4th. I don't know how many minutes are remaining.
So we are just under 9 here. 8:50 in the 4th.
To the gentleman that was looking for the iPod, we have it back.
So Chillicothe.
Looking for the iPod, we have it back.
I guess they've got your iPod, Jim.
Oh, they
Go over there and claim it. Go over and
get over and get it.
So I'm still waiting for them to return my $400 I lost.
Second three. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, nice spin move.
He's going to takes it down to about 3 by the side judge spot. Be a first down. Knocking on the door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door.
Those referees are earning their money tonight.
Yes, they are.
Up and down the field.
Blanchester's leading Fayetteville 44-6.
Ooh.
And Claremont Northeastern getting a nice lead, 29-13 over East Clinton.
Well, those referees are getting their money's worth on the runs tonight. They won't have to get on their stepper or treadmill next week.
No, they won't.
They're going to go home and ibuprofen and ice pack up.
Taking those shoes off and putting those feet up in the air. That's Joe Davis. He knows what we're talking about.
This could be the nail here. Yep, we got a timeout. So I want to remind you, Potluck Greenhouse has their first annual Amazing Fall Festival. It's taking place on the weekends from September the 30th through November the 5th. Potluck is located at 6555 West State Route 73, just off I-71 near Wilmington. They offer the 5-acre corn maze, hayride, pumpkin patch, bouncy house, food vendors, local honey and mums. Hours of family fun and entertainment await all at the Potluck Greenhouse. Come pick your own pumpkins, enjoy some apple cider, and a relaxing afternoon at Potluck Greenhouse. 937-382-8312 or potluckgreenhouse.com.
8 minutes and 19 seconds left in the 4th quarter. The Chillicothe Cavaliers leading the Washington Courthouse Blue Lions 35-19.
Put the ball on the 3. Looks like Chillicothe is going to come back in that power set that they ended the first half on. So some of the Chillicothe fans have worked their way back to Ross County, it looks like. He's got it. Mathis gets around. He rolls right in. Rolls right, Mathis does, and finds a hole between the guard tackle and walks it in.
Did they actually indicate a touchdown?
Yes. Line judge over there indicated touchdown.
You sure?
Oh, did he not score?
No,
he put up.
Now he's in.
Yeah. So the line judge on this side overruled him because the one over by the pylon had touchdown first round.
Well, it's a touchdown now, and that's the nail in the coffin, I would say.
Like I said, there's a lot of Chillicothe people starting to leave. Courthouse is still here, supporting their team.
Well, it is a fur piece back to Ross County.
Yeah, right up 35.
A lot of the Blue Lion players are kind of hanging their heads, looking up in the stands.
And again,
they gave them a good run for their money.
Washington Courthouse plays a heck of a ball game, but 2 interceptions and 4 fumbles just killed it.
You can't win when you've got 6 turnovers.
And they weren't just like they were 2-yard runs and fumble. They were all anywhere from 20 to 60-yard runs.
And in most cases, they were driving and deep into Chillicothe's territory when they turned it over.
Exactly.
That's the kicker.
Again, taking care of the ball.
That's right. You go back and you look at this and you think, my gosh, we were even on their side of the field and we turn it over.
Yeah.
And missed tackles. Washington Courthouse has a lot of missed tackles.
Yeah, it was almost like they didn't want to tackle.
Right.
Oh, you get him.
Yep, he's yours. 42-19. Again, if you're listening, or this game, the score does not tell it all. It's been a phenomenal game to watch. Just like we said, 4 long run fumbles, 2 interceptions. Courthouse marching.
Got a lot of Courthouse fans leaving too.
Well, a lot of talented football players on the field for both teams tonight.
Yes.
Well, the fans that are leaving are saying we're just going to catch the rest of the game on Campus Nation.
For WZAA 106.9
exactly.
FM.
On the way home, and we'll get the play-by-play better than we can see it in the stands.
That's right. We'll turn it
Travis O'Connor. Travis is the man. The play-by-play.
So Chillicothe steps up to kickoff. Courthouse has got Rice and Ruth back to receive. Not a
short kick.
He's still short kicking. Number 21. Elijah Shaw gets the short kick. Return for probably 4 or 5 yards. Takes the ball to the 39 of Washington Courthouse. Chillicothe is walking around like they're tired too. It's been a long, dreary game, Jim.
It has.
I
see a lot of white uniforms for Chillicothe coming in, so it looks like they're making some substitutions.
Yeah, let's let some of
these other guys in. Right.
Well, we're going into a big game next week. We don't get a superstar or a great player hurt going into Jackson because it's going to come down for first place.
No point in that.
Yeah, you're up 23. You're not going to leave your starters in, take a chance because next week is for all the marbles.
Oh. Well, Rice got, about 3?
Yeah.
He didn't really get a good footing. He was slipping.
He slipped again.
And look,
I was actually, Greenfield Junior High played Jackson last night, or Wednesday night, and they were talking about how much the one guy was on the school board down there. It was like how much he loves their turf, but he said football is grass.
Well, I guess you could say that.
Steps back. Dylan almost slips again.
Look at the open room he has.
Yeah.
The 12.
He's going to run out of bounds. Before he could lower that shoulder, he's got to stop that clock.
Look at Roderick over there again.
Will Roderick.
Bill. They call him Bill.
Billy.
Big Bill Roderick. He's fast. He's aggressive.
Well, they have a barn burner at Alumni Field. It's 35 all. Still in the fourth quarter, Western Brown and Wilmington. It's like we're saying, it's whoever has the ball last going to win the game.
Yep.
Well, that is a game.
The clock is running.
We'll have to listen to that on Campus
And he
Nation.
ran out of bounds. 6 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Brandon steps back. He's looking for a receiver. Middle Burns. Nice catch by Mr. Burns. 20-yard. Gets it out to the 34 of Chillicothe.
Shoemaker on the
Shoemaker makes tackle.
Gain of 23 for a Blue Lions first down.
That's 6.5 minutes left.
Yeah.
So they're moving the ball.
I think they're going for respect now.
So they're not quitting.
No.
Oh, that's good
So
to
he's
see.
going to ride Rice. Rice has got it. Nice run, but ran right into 3 Chillicothe players. Will Roderick. Wonder how many tackles that young man's got tonight. Have to step
I'd
over
like to
and
see
ask.
the stats.
We,
on
we've
that.
definitely
Chillicothe.
we have called his name many, many times tonight.
Yes. He is the quarterback of defense.
Roderick, Mogmer. Two key players for Chillicothe.
There's no safety. He slips again. He cannot stand up. That young man is gassed. He can't stand up. With his arm and the receivers he's got on this right side in the trips, I'd drop back and let my guys see if they can burn somebody and throw it to him. Because he's just
It's been that
gassed.
the whole game. Running, they keep running all the time.
He's in the soddy dirt part of the middle of that field. He just slipping everywhere. There's no safety to this side. Back to Rice. Oh, looked like a WWE move. Picked him up.
Picked him up and slammed him to the floor, huh?
Hello, sunshine.
Well, nope, it wasn't.
I'm not sure, but he grabbed him in midair and spun him. Mr. Rice tried to leap over him, and he grabbed him and took him down. 4th and 7. They got to have it's 4 down. They got to go.
Let's see if he throws another one here to Mr. Burns, number 6.
He's going to throw it. He's bringing Rice back in the block with him. Got both Rices in. A little deception. Got a timing right. Got him. Mr. Lynch.
Nice play.
Eli Lynch makes the catch.
Number 18, Eli Lynch.
20-yard or 18-yard completion. Going to take him down to about
Followed by Adrian Beverly.
Beverly with the tackle. Take him to about the 13, Jim.
Boy, they're not quitting. They're still playing away.
Most teams down this much to this good a team would just fold and say, let's take what we got and go home. He got him. Oh, touchdown to Ruth. Eli Ruth.
No flags.
It's good.
Number 3, Eli Ruth, the Blue Lions.
Went in there, found his spot, and sat down like he was supposed to. Good receiver route. Find an opening and sit in it.
You just kick the extra point or go for 2?
I'm going for 2. Point ain't going to mean nothing to us with 4:28. I'm going for 2. 2 takes us back to 2.2 possession game.
If you make it,
Yep.
great. If you don't,
If you don't, oh well. 3, you need another 3 and out.
Yeah, they are going for 2.
Yeah. Can't believe that Chillicothe doesn't have a slit. Oh.
Now this is a different setup. Oh, look at that.
He got it. Oh,
No.
He was denied.
That had to be inches.
he dove for the pylon and didn't get there.
This part, that was a weird setup.
I
I've
don't
never
know
seen
why
that.
he didn't run on in. If you look at it from
Did he have the gap?
Oh, yeah. You had everybody spread out by the nose guard and 2 middle linebackers.
He was focusing on his receiver.
Yeah.
Didn't see it, did he?
I bet when he looks at game film, he'd be like, man, I should just walk.
All right.
Because all he had there was the nose guard and 2 linebackers. Everybody else was spread out. Well, we're at a 17-point game. Courthouse will kick off with 4:28 to go in the 4th. Chillicothe band's trying to get their team will stay on focus, and Courthouse has got their band over there trying to play and get their team wound up.
Get them fired up. Probably a long shot, but there is still a chance that Courthouse could come back.
Yeah,
I'll put my money on Chillicothe, but
you always
you're
lay that
right.
$1 down there for the roulette on black. Put it down or red. Play
I'll tell you,
red.
Stuart, I've seen a lot of good passes, a lot of good completions
Yeah.
by Courthouse.
Ooh, they're putting
Stewart.
They're putting Brandon back as a return man.
Well, we might see some action there.
Putting the good hands team up on the line for an onside kick. The good hands man went down, didn't he? Man, I'd have had to kick it.
I think he did number 2 for him.
No, I was talking about the collarbone by.
Oh, right.
Chillicothe does the right move, falls on the ball to 47. He got a good bounce, but need to get it more out to the left or right.
What do you think they'll do here, Travis? You think they're going to keep it on the ground and just try to
I would take Mr.
run that
Mathis
clock?
and just run it. Make Courthouse burn their timeouts, and then if you don't get it, they don't have enough timeouts to come back and finish it if they do get a score. You put them out of timeouts, then they got to keep them away from the sidelines.
Now, how does that work with the play clock? Does the official behind the quarterback,
Yes.
he counts down out loud for the...
He's supposed to be behind him count. When he gets down within like 7 or 8, he's supposed to start counting.
I gotcha.
Boy, they're just pushing. Oh, ball comes loose.
Is that a fumble?
Wait a minute. Courthouse got it. Chillicothe tried to play old school and push him. Somebody from Courthouse reached in and stripped it out.
And they lost it. And the Wilmington Hurricane take a lead, 41-35. I'm assuming they're going to allow or do the extra kick here, but 41-35 currently. Wilmington over Western Brown, and there's got to be just a few minutes left in that game over there.
That is a high-scoring game. A lot of high-scoring games tonight. Two receivers split right and left. Oh, he's going to pass. He's going deep.
He's got it. Burns falls down.
Oh, flag.
Oh,
They're
no.
going to call interference on
my
his
goodness.
slip.
Home cooking.
Courthouse coach, he's over there doing the jig.
Yeah, and the Chillicothe coach is about ready to have a heart attack on the sideline.
If I'm Chillicothe coach, I am going off. There is no way.
Let's listen and see what the Chillicothe fans
They're talking
think
it
about
over.
this.
Now,
Burns fell down.
They may pick this up. They
have to pick that up.
They may pick this up.
There
All
is
right,
no way.
they did. They're picking it
Yes,
up.
because he fell down way before it was even touched. Burns got out there and tried to get to it, but he fell. He slipped on his own.
So Chillicothe remains in control of the ball.
Now, what are we doing here?
No.
We're going back to the spot.
They are calling it. They are calling the pass interference.
Oh my goodness! Can somebody call the replay booth on the official?
Next year.
Oh my goodness!
Next football season, we'll have instant replay. 4 cameras on the field and instant replay.
Oh my goodness!
We're going to have it for basketball starting this basketball
that's
season.
gonna be
this year.
great.
Oh, it's going to be
So you got
fantastic.
camera guys sitting down. You got big old cameras.
Yeah, we're going to have cameras underneath the baskets. We're going to have instant replay.
Oh, he's going deep to Burns. Nope, that's not Burns.
No.
Oh, we get it? No.
Touchback. Chillicothe intercepts the ball.
Right.
Beverly takes it away from Lynch.
Boy, he just had his eyes
Was that
set on that
Nelson?
one receiver.
Yeah.
You
You got to move your eyes around. He went for Mr. Nelson, it looked like, and was stolen away by Mr. Beverly.
All the movement from both lines were moving.
Yeah.
Hillsboro 63, Miami Trace 48. You talk about a high-scoring game. What is it? 69. So they just scored again. 69 to 48.
I told you Hillsboro was going to come out with a vengeance after Jackson spanked them.
There's no defense there, is there?
They're spanking them.
Well, they got balls on the 20. Brandon's got it. He's going to run it out. We're down to just under 4 minutes.
Come on.
So
little pushing and shoving down there. In the,
getting a little tense. But
the
Rick,
trenches.
on that score, Hillsboro has 2 backs that were averaging 125 yards apiece up until last week, and Jackson shut them down to 100 total between the 2 of them.
Well, that's amazing. That's amazing. That's a high-scoring game.
Yes.
That's a no-defense game there.
Yeah. None. So
There again, taking care of the ball, Travis.
Yes, sir. Timeout Chillicothe. Something they didn't like. Somebody was in. Even though you're up 17, you still got to be precautious. Two possessions, and it's tie ball game.
We want to thank our sponsors that brought this game to you tonight.
Sure.
The Haunted Hollow, the Final Resting Place, and Potluck Greenhouse. Please go out and patronize these people. Oh, what is this? Is this something you get when you buy popcorn or something?
Yeah.
Oh, the Respiratory Care Center. This is to help so you breathe.
Yeah.
Travis.
Breathe into this, will you? Give that to Joe between plays. Here, Joe,
No,
breathe.
you put that on Joe's mouth so he can't be heard.
Muffle him. Here, Joe, breathe.
If you haven't noticed, this is Pick on Joe night.
Yes.
Yeah, well,
Sorry, Joe. Make sure you're listening.
Joe's got wide shoulders. He can handle it.
We like Joe. Joe's a good
We
guy.
love you long time, JoJo.
We keep bringing him back. We must.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. I think he's the highest paid of the commentators that we have.
He is, because he works at Coles.
There you go.
He's outside.
Well, he just
Now.
stays inbound to keep the clock running.
I'm sorry, Jackson next week is a big game. I am taking my key players out from Chillicothe.
I would too.
Yeah, they're not playing. I know you're wanting to keep his stats, and he's playing for Player of the Week in the FAC or the Chillicothe Gazette, but still, he goes down, and you're a different team in Jackson.
Oh, no question. No question about that.
I think tonight it's all been just taking care of the ball.
Yep, that's you're exactly
Fumbles,
right.
turnovers for Courthouse really hurt them.
Chillicothe's had one, and then they took care of the ball after that. Washington Courthouse has had 6.
They had the momentum going, and it just dies once they turn the ball over.
Here, you take it and take a little beating. You need the ice bath.
Well, actually, didn't Courthouse have 7 with the interception?
Now
and the
7
answer?
now.
Yeah, 7.
Three interceptions and 4 fumbles for Courthouse.
Yeah.
It's the tail of
Well,
the
I
tape.
mean, it's the same thing last week with Miami Trace. And with these Cavaliers. They just could not hang on to the ball.
I bet practice this week will be
intense.
I think there'll be.
I would hate
they'll
to
focus
see the score next week.
Yeah, right.
Courthouse is going to have a bad taste in their mouth for Trace. It's just going to be like Hillsborough just did.
Well, that will be an interesting.
Well, it always is anyway between those two. It's a good game.
Well, if Courthouse runs this offense like this, it's like.
Oh, there's a hole. He had a big hole. He breaks right through it.
Shove him out of bounds. Number 26 for Courthouse. Tristan Yule just about pushes Mathis out of bounds. Mathis looked like a little baby bulldog running down through there.
Well, he did, didn't he?
Yeah.
That hole just opened up right when he got there.
He had Moses
2
on his
minutes
side.
left in the game.
He had Moses on his side. He parted the line for him.
He did.
So, Chillicothe's pretty much all but sealed it right here. Just keep running the ball, running the time. He's riding it out. Back to Mr. Mathis. Picks up 2. Clock down under 2 minutes. There's no stopping it now. Chillicothe can just keep running and run it out right here.
I'd like to thank everybody for joining us tonight.
Yes, sir.
On campusnation.com, WZAA 106.9. Low power, high impact.
So, Chillicothe is taking the whole 25 seconds per in here. We're down to a minute 20. Delay of game, which is. I see the back judge called that, and he's it's supposed to be the judge on this side calling it to let him know. See, he called it back here, and the quarterback has no idea. I think these high school teams, if they're they need to everybody have a time clock.
Well, they should in both end zones, just like Trace does. Trace is big. You can see him clear.
Courthouse needs those schools just got just as much money.
If you're going to have the rule, you should require the schools to put them in there.
Well, even now, a lot of the schools are miking the umpires, and that's good too.
Right.
You can hear what's going on.
Oh, Mogmer slips. A little bit of loss there.
Big loss.
Back to slips on the 40-yard line.
So it's going to be 3rd and 20.
Right.
They used the mics at Trace. They used the mics
Wilmington.
at Wilmington. So, I mean, more and more teams.
East Clinton mic'd up too, didn't they?
I'm not sure.
I thought I heard it.
No, when I was,
I'll tell you what,
I
they got
don't
an
remember last
impressive
week.
paint job. They painted that Astro logo on the field. Beautiful.
Big
beautiful.
star.
The checkerboard.
That was neat. No, they put the Astro logo right on the
checkerboard. I was over there a couple weeks ago.
star.
Checkerboard the end zone.
Yeah, they did that too.
Chillicothe has their umpires mic'd up too.
Do they?
Jackson, all those will.
Yeah, I think more and more teams, more and more stadiums are going with the mics, and I would like to see, like we were saying, I think that the clocks are as important as anything.
There needs to be the play clock.
Yeah.
Just wait in about 3 more years, you're going to have a time. You're going to have a shot clock in high school.
Well, these are nice stadiums. They're putting a lot of money in them, and that brings fans in.
Yep. We're at a minute 12, Jimmy.
This one's
is 3rd and 20.
This one's about in the books, isn't it?
Yeah.
On the ground
He's
with
going to run
Baltimore.
out, going to run it, stringing it out,
Now come back to the other side. Whoop, whoop. Run some more time off.
Yeah, he's just trying to run as much time as he can. So Courthouse calls timeout.
So Courthouse is probably going to get the ball back.
Yeah.
They'll have a few seconds, but
can't be much time left at Alumni Field, and Wilmington has gone up 49-35. So they're up by 2 touchdowns now over Western Brown.
Boy, there's been a lot of points put on the board from a lot of teams.
Claremont Northeastern 35 beats East Clinton with 13. That's a final, and we still haven't gotten an update on that Hillsborough Miami Trace, but as we understood, it was 69-48. It could be even bigger than that now. Beaver Creek, they beat Miamisburg 21-0. And once again, tomorrow we've got the big game, the number 2 Mount Union Purple Raiders taking on the Wilmington Fighting Quakers. Pre-game at 1 o'clock with a 1:30 kickoff. Next week, the Washington Blue Lions will face the Miami Trace Panthers, and the Clinton Massey Falcons will come in to face the Wilmington Hurricane at Alumni Field in Wilmington. Both have those greens on your face there. greens and big greens.
Green bean team.
That's right. Appreciate all those updates.
Yes, sir.
We have trouble finding them, but Rick, you've got the magic finger.
The magic touch.
I'm telling you.
Magic finger, that's it.
So, doink. There's the first down. The game's over.
It. Oh.
Puts it in the end zone, but it doesn't matter. The game is over.
Roughing the kicker call.
Yeah, be first down for Chillicothe.
And he roughed him pretty good.
Yeah. All they got to do now is run it out.
That was a no question hit.
Hello, here I come. How you doing? So the fat lady's starting to check her voice.
Right. People starting to pack their belongings and
their little portable seats and drinks and everything else are starting to pack up here on our side. Looks like Ross County, you'll be getting some people coming back here in about 20 minutes.
35 will be busy.
Yep. Wow, what a penalty. So it is 1st and 10. Ball on the 15 of Washington Courthouse. We are at 57 seconds, 58.
And,
2 plays.
They're just going to take a knee here.
Yeah, if I'm... You got to do it 2 more times. He's got to do it 2 more times.
Right.
The cowbells are fierce in Fayette County.
Well, we hope everybody joins us tomorrow and and next weekend. Some big games next Friday night.
Yeah, that's going to be exciting. Now, I don't know. Everybody's probably got an idea of what game they want to do, right?
I'm hoping I can be with you. I think we had family coming in, but I'll know by Monday or Tuesday at the latest.
And you do bingo. Was that supposed to be tonight?
That was tonight.
And so you got out of the bingo duty.
Well, the other half went. I got a good parent lashing.
And that's it, folks.
The fog is set in.
And Time has run out.
So
Final score.
Go ahead, Jimmy. Go ahead.
Chillicothe 42, Washington Courthouse 25.
So we have next weekend the Fayette County rivalry, the Clinton County rivalry, and the FAC championship game.
That's right. We've got a lot of big games finishing out this 10th week coming up.
Jackson.
And possibly some berths as far as going into the playoffs.
Yes. Right. Well, be sure and join us next week.
I want to thank the Holland Hollow, the Final Resting Place and Potluck Greenhouse for sponsoring tonight's game.
Thanks, sponsors. We appreciate it.
And, of course, Travis O'Connor and Jim Curtis and yours truly, Rick Phillips. We've had a good time tonight. Great game. And we'll see you next week wherever we may be.
Wherever we may land on the WZAA 106.9.
Low power, high impact.
Good night, everybody.
See ya.
Bye.